I'm fitting the score next. My chair's all net, me and Jay, we just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Mission, watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. The sturdy or Millie rock like a fan do. That's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N
When you establish a culture, that's what you do every day. That creates one thing, that it's your identity. Alright, that's how you are seen by other people. If you work really hard and get 1% better every day, you're a competitive group. That means that you fight.
Oh, what a move by Sharp! Counted a foul.
Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. And y'all know I'm fan. First off, Nets fans is the best fans. Y'all know I'm fan to throw the link in the chat. But before I do, I gotta say, that stream last night was legendary. I listened to it back today. Straight hilarity. Good content. We definitely talk basketball. So I wanted to say shout out to everybody that was here last stream. Y'all know who y'all are. Without further ado, let's get to it. Shout out to Nets fans. We the best fans. Shout out to Iceman in the chat. Shout out to Peoples in the chat. Shout out to Nets Press in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Creme de la creme, run, tell a Nets fan friend. Now, I'm going to just address a few things to the title. I'm going to throw the link in the chat for us to discuss the game together. Shout out to ADAR in the chat. I'll see you. Cam Thomas is the essential player to this championship roster. You know what I'm saying? He's an absolute bucket. And again, when I think about how championship rosters are constructed, 9 times out of 10, there's 2 shot creators in the starting lineup. We already got one with Cam Thomas, and I think we get another one. Now, for fans like Nets Press, for John, for Gary, y'all know I rock with y'all. But fans that's on the fence about how well we're going to fare in the draft, I just want to let y'all know that we got the 3rd pick with 32 wins. We got 21 games left. I'm just doing mathematics with y'all. Right? Now, if we can't stop nobody with D-Lo and Cam Thomas, y'all should not be mad at Sean Marks, right? But y'all going to say what y'all going to say. Now, that being said, Cam Thomas, D-Lo, seeing that backcourt, exciting to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of both of them. Shout out to BC. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, y'all. Appreciate you. And yeah, I don't know if I seen, Cam Thomas not necessarily playing point, but I just want to let y'all know he had 6 assists. He had 6 assists. You know, I'm not saying he's some perfect player. And I told Gary this earlier when I was on doing a stream with him, that he has playmaking. You know what I'm saying? He's here to play and develop his playmaking. And he has 6 assists. Is this the high assist for the game? For who else had more assists than Cam Thomas? Nobody. Cam Thomas had the most assists. He was the team leader of assists. So the play, because Nets Press said this earlier too in the chat. He said, who we play develop? Cam Thomas. How could you say we not developing Cam Thomas as a playmaker and he got 6 assists? And this is the second game back off of injury. When he was playing those other games, he had other games where he had 4 assists, 5 assists. You know what I'm saying? He's becoming more and more of a playmaker every game. And the reason why I didn't throw the link in the chat for yet also is to say that 32 wins seems like to be the 30 to 33 wins. That realm of wins seems like what we're going to do. We have 22 wins, to my knowledge. No, I'm sorry. We have 21 wins. We have 21 more games. Realistically, y'all should not be coming up here talking about we're going to win 21 games and be 42 and 40. Stop it. I don't even know if we go 500. We might not even go 500. So these guys that's complaining about how well we doing, y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop it, man. Y'all got to relax, man. But I said enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to talk about the game. We lost the game. You know what I mean? But what can I say? You know what I mean? Like, listen, this is 60 games in. And also, one more thing. I want to say thank you to everybody. Shout to Player One. Shout to he said, how does this game show that CT is essential? He got thoroughly outplayed by Devin Vessel on both ends of the court. No, not this game specifically, but the fact that he's a shot creator and that he could create his own offense when necessary. Yeah, shout out to Ray LM, man. I ain't see Ray LM on the panel yesterday, but that's my guy, man. Yeah. Oh, 8RSL. Yeah, no, I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. Y'all know that. But to answer Player One's question, he's essential because shot creator is essential to any championship roster, and we already got one. So I don't, I hear all of the talk about LaMelo and Zion, and I know they fancy these guys, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, they great players and all of that, but I'm not putting no Cam Thomas in no trade package for none of these guys. I just wanted to clear the air, get that out the way, and y'all gotta expect me to run ISO in the first 10 minutes of the show. I'm gonna continue to do this. I'm gonna run ISO, then I'm gonna throw the link in the chat just so I ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? So I could say, you know what I mean, clear my thoughts and get my thoughts out. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. We are on the trajectory of winning 33 games max. For that to happen, we will have to win 12 games out of 21. That doesn't even seem realistic. I don't think we're gonna be above 500 going into the end of the season. 61 games left. Come on, man. But without further ado, let me throw the link in the chat, see what up with y'all. But yeah, man, last night's show was hilarious. I clipped it up and all that. Yeah, I said enough, man. I want to say thank you to everybody helping me grow the podcast. Y'all rock with me for 61 games, man. And y'all knew it was going to be a losing season. And we made it this far. We cannot give up. We cannot turn back. We have to stay the course. Oh, Peoples, don't start that, Peoples. He said, "Where's 30K Leaf at?" I'm crying. You got Iceman on the panel. We got Peoples on the People Hernandez. Come on down on the panel.
What's good?
What up? What up? What up? What up?
What's good, yo?
Yo, what's good? What's goody?
Chilling, man. Yo, you out here pushing a lot of content on Twitter, man. I see you, man. I
Yeah,
see you.
you know what I mean? I'm out here chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? Do the same thing as y'all. You know what I mean?
I see
Yo,
you. I see you. You see, we shouted you out on the pod last night, right?
Yeah. I watched it this morning. I seen all the fellas out there. You know what I'm saying? I was loving it.
Yeah, you know, you gotta know we got love for you, Ice Man. Shout
yo,
to
Breezy, your boy Clankster got outplayed by Bisback Biambo, boy.
nah,
That shouldn't even be
Yo, that
possible.
nigga's like 40 years old, man.
hold on.
That's
We gonna get
crazy,
to
yo.
we gonna get to the peoples. We also got SL on the panel. We also got Dylan from Nets Press on the panel,
What's good,
as
John?
well as LM on the panel. And I'm pretty sure there's much more that's gonna join the panel. Y'all see, win, lose, or draw, we here. Joey BK, he a Nets fan. He started saying that, and it rings true. You know what I'm saying? Um, I appreciate it, man. Again, man, I don't want y'all to think I don't. I definitely do. But I hope I answered play one question. We fitting to go around a panel. Just to get some quick thoughts of what y'all thought about tonight's game, and just basically what I say. I basically want to speak to y'all about the trajectory of the Nets. You know what I'm saying, John? You heard me call you out about our win totals at the end of the year. So we definitely gonna get to John. We're gonna start with Iceman, but we got 21 wins. We got what is it? 20 more games left. How many wins?
22. No,
22.
no,
21.
21. 21.
21. How many games you see us winning in this last 21 games, Iceman? Talk to us. And how do you feel that we measure up in the draft? Do you think we are top 3? Talk to us.
Yo, I haven't checked the schedule or the last 21, right?
We gonna
Well,
get
I'm
to
gonna
it.
say, I'm gonna say what I said before. I said at the beginning of the season we gonna win 22 games, and we at 21. So, given this 21 more games, we might we might win 5. I would say 5 out of the 21, maybe could be 6. You know what I mean? Possible, depending on, you know what I mean, everybody coming back, everybody staying healthy. Cam and D'Lo get on the same page, and you know what I mean, and they figure out the offense, because you know what I mean, everybody want to talk about it now, but Cam rusty, D'Lo been in and out. That makes a difference on how they play. So you know what I mean, my guess is like 5 or 6.
Okay, so that would make us 26 or 27 wins in, which would leave us where? Do you about draft wise?
Bottom feeders.
How do you think we fare?
Yeah, we're gonna be at the bottom because right now, if you look, Toronto just won another game,
Okay.
and so I think they're at 20 wins. So all they gotta do is win one more game, and I think they're gonna continue to win more games than we do. Philly on some BS, so they're gonna be right with us. Now I mean, but we gonna be at the bottom, bro. I don't know. I think other fans be tripping because we win some games, but bro, we gonna be at the bottom.
I feel
Well,
like we right where we
realistically,
supposed to be, Ice, because when I look at the standings, bro, obviously the Washington wins is cheating. There ain't no way they should be 11 wins with all of that draft capital. Charlotte is what it is. Utah, it is what it is. Washington shouldn't be there, and the Pelicans shouldn't be there. Like you said, Toronto. But I'm saying all that's to say, Ice, that we look like the top 4, the bottom 4, bottom 5 team. And
Bucks can't lose now. That shit is crazy, man.
we'll see. We'll get to it. But Ice, be going to circle back around so we could speak on some of the draft picks that you've been putting Twitter on and TikTok on. We just gonna go around the panel, but stay tuned. We definitely coming back to you, Ice.
All right.
Shout to Ice Man. Y'all see he threw his link in the chat early. Am I bugging? I thought I seen him throw his link in the chat.
127. That's disgusting.
Yeah, here you go, right here. This is Iceman channel. Y'all can subscribe to Ice on this channel right here. People's talk to us, man. Talk your shit about Clax, man. I ain't even finna stop you, bro. Go ahead.
Yo, how many points he had, man? How many? I don't. Because he
Six.
he was
had
invisible.
six.
In,
He had
in,
six.
he was invisible. No, invincible. How the fuck are you supposed to say that? You can't see him, man. You can't see him, yo. It was disgusting, Breezy. It was. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. The Spurs a really bad team, Breezy.
You think
John
so?
knows that. They're a horrendous team.
I don't know, man.
They're,
They
they're
have
bad.
way
No, they
better younger
bad,
talent
man.
than we do,
Look at their
Hernandez.
record. They're like 25 and like 34 or whatever.
Hernandez, they have way better younger talent than we do, man.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the results tonight.
I already know.
Kevin Vassell, Jeremy
That
Sochan.
shit was
They got
nasty work. Yo. That shit was disgusting, man. I don't know, Jordy. I'm sure he can't wait till the season is over, man. I'm sure he can't wait because you got to get rid of more than half of these people, man. You got Cam Johnson, everybody, man. You look, Breezy. You know, like some people want to keep him, right? Yo, I swear to God, man, I would give him a ride myself to the airport or the Greyhound, downtown Brooklyn. I'll take him. But that shit is disgusting. I don't know, man. You got to get rid of all these guys. Like Cam Johnson and like
so who would you keep,
Claxton.
Barry? You
That's
said
their
all of these
ceiling.
guys. So you would start from brand new, a whole new roster, or would you keep some of these guys?
That's it. That's their whole ceiling, yo. That's it. You can't. There's no more. You're not gonna see more, man. That's it. But once in a while, he might give you 20 points, Cam Johnson. Once in a while, but that's it. It's not gonna be nothing extra and shit.
So hold on.
Who you want to keep?
What players would you
Breezy?
keep? No, not me. You. What players would you want to keep?
Oh man. Probably like shit. Cam Thomas. And Clowney and Whitehead. That's it.
Whitehead.
That's it. Nobody. Yeah, Whitehead. Because you don't know because he was injured for mad long, but
they all on the contract, so you ain't got to worry about that.
He do got the pedigree, and his brother's an NFL player, so he's solid built. You gotta have some people like 6'8". I know he's 6'8", right? Like legit. I think he's like legit 6'8", maybe 6'7", something like that. You know what I mean? Like 220, maybe 215, 220, 225. I mean, that's good enough, man. You just keep those three guys, Breezy. I'm about to pass it on to whoever, Nat, John, whoever. But this is nasty work, Breezy. This whole roster is nasty work. Yo.
All right,
that shit is like, come on, man. You seen it. You seen it too against a bum ass team, yo. Like they have a talent. No, they have a talent. You play pretty good D on the Spurs. They give it up. They just gonna give it up. You're gonna get like a 20-point lead.
Unbelievable.
Just play tough D on them. That's it. Just play tough defense on them. That's it. They're gonna give it up.
Unbelievable.
Who cares?
That shit is unbelievable. Is that Adar? That shit is unbelievable, Adar.
Hold on.
Pass the rock.
Right.
It's unbelievable what you're talking
go ahead.
about.
Y'all got it.
Right. Hold on. Let's go to John. Everything Brooklyn Nets.
Thank you, Breezy.
Nah, it's all good, people. So you already. John, talk to us, man, about the win total, man. We 21-1. I want to ask John that because this is where me and we always have butt heads. 21 wins, bro. We got 21 more games. Like you really think? What do you think? Like, what are your thoughts? Without me putting anything on it, what are your thoughts on the last 21 games?
I keep going Operation Damage Control. I think you make this very straightforward and easy as possible where you can guarantee our lottery odds and try to get a decent pick. I think all you really should do is you rest Johnson, D'Lo, and Claxton. I mean, Johnson and Claxton have just been abysmal. I mean, Johnson's been grass. I'm not going to say ass. He's been grass. His numbers are where they've usually been most of his career. And Claxton, I mean, he just got outclassed by one of the youngest centers in Jalen Duren, who offensively, destroyed him. But now to lose to a Bismack Biyombo, who wasn't even on a team, I think, till 2 weeks ago. And he destroyed Claxton tonight. I mean, a plus 17, 14 rebounds, 13 points to Claxton's minus what was Claxton? He was a minus a minus 17, 6 points, 7 rebounds. I mean, that's just embarrassing. And I really think this summer the Nets have to address their center position. Even with Dayron, man. I mean, we've seen the good with Dayron. We've also seen the bad. He gets to the foul trouble. Only played 60 minutes tonight.
And super ugly.
We need to think about drafting a new center this summer. So like if we don't get in the top 6, I think if you have a lottery pick near 7 through 8 or 9 or something like that, you have to think about Kaman, Malachi Walker, Derek Queen. We kind of need a new big. I just don't see us ever being a serious team if Claxton or Dayron are at the helm right now. And I think you have to make that decision because Claxton is just it's not been a good season for him. But to lose the competition that you should at least be doing better on the defensive end. I mean, to lose like that tonight, I just feel like we have to really start considering our futures with Claxton, Dayron in this draft. Other than that, I thought Thomas had a decent night tonight, Breezy. To your title of the show, the 6 assists is big. If I'm evaluating Thomas the last few games, just focus on the playmaking, the defense, the rebounding. I really don't care about his scoring at this point. We already know what Thomas can do scoring wise, but what's the other elements? The elements that he worked on at the beginning of the season and what Jordy liked. So if Thomas can kind of get back to that, I think he makes a good case for his contract situation this summer. I thought tonight was a decent game and him just getting reacclimated with playing. So I hope he can continue to work on the playmaking, defense, rebounds. I think that's way more important than the scoring is for him right now. And I thought it was a
So
decent
you're gonna disregard
performance.
6 assists?
No,
I
he
just
said
wait,
it was
wait,
good.
I just
He said it
mentioned the
was good.
6 assists.
He just
Did
said
I
it was
just
No,
good.
six
mention it?
assists.
No, he did. He
Uh,
didn't disregard it, AR. He didn't
Yeah,
disregard
come
it.
on, Adol, bro. Chill.
Hold on,
Like, but
hold on,
yeah,
hold on. And he did all of this in 26 minutes. So I said that
yeah.
to say he's not playing big minutes yet. But to your point, John, I agree with a lot of that. I used to be defending Clax a lot, and even the Cam Johnson. I don't know, man. I'm kind of shying away from it just off of the strength that you know productivity. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see
Well,
them long term here. I
well,
do
this
see
this
them
this this, this goes back to my point that me, Gary, and Dylan have been making. Like, you had a chance to get rid of both these guys early this year, and teams wanted them. Now you're forced to keep them, and their values are going down. That's why I think they should just call an audible, rest them both, let the young guys get as much burn as possible, and try to save their value. Because if you're going to let Claxton get embarrassed like this, the guys who are near, like, how old is Bismarck? Like, almost like 38, 37, something like that. That's just bad way
Yo,
of his value. So I think they got to just call audibles and rest these guys because you're just killing their value right now. So I hope they rest them soon and just let Thomas and the young guys get burned. Let there be real player development like you've been talking about with me, Breezy. I think there's still time for that. But having these vets play these games, I just think you're asking for fire with the fear of a potential play-in scenario, especially if Toronto, they could catch up to us with their easy schedule, but the Bulls, they could easily fall. They have a crazy schedule coming up. So I hope the Nets they just start making smart decisions and try to make this as straightforward as possible. Because the only thing that should matter right now is our lottery pick and how we can get an impactful potential star prospect of the future. So I think that's what we should just focus on and hope the
actually,
Nets just be smart about this the last 20 games because we really should. And just to end on my note here, I just hope that a lot of these other guys just get burned because I just feel like the vets, they shouldn't have been playing a lot this season. I feel like having the vets play so many minutes this season almost trampled our chances to get a decent lottery pick. So I just hope they just rest them and let Thomas, work for his contract and let's see what happens.
All right, copy that. Yo, shout to everything Brooklyn Nets, John. Again, man, be 21 wins in with 21 more games. Leaf just joined the panel. We're not gonna go to Leaf just yet, but shout to Leaf. He did the play-by-play. We're gonna go to SL right now. SL, what's your thoughts about the Brooklyn Nets overall in tonight's game?
I think we did pretty all right tanking the game, but the whole thing about it, I was evaluating the talent on the roster. If we gonna put, let's say, the franchise guys, like the guys who will be managing the ball, who will dribble and make the plays, like why we need to understand why Zaire Williams was a salary dump off, like why Trendon Watford didn't get no minutes. I mean, no attention during the free agency, like stuff like that. The role players that we got. This is what I want to concentrate on. Like we were projected to win 18.5 games, like 19-point games, pretty much. Like 18, say that. W- This
yeah, because you
roster
can't
was
win
not
half a
built.
game.
Pretty much. This roster as of right now, is constructed and going into this season was built to lose. Did Jordy overachieve? Like to Breezy's point, like when he was on what's his name on Gary's podcast, and he said this year was about building culture, and what Jordy achieved, something like something that some net fans don't get through their thick skulls. It's like it's about player development and coach. What we got in Jordy, we have to appreciate. We hit jackpot and a bingo right there because you cannot win without culture and the coach. You can have 5 Michael Jordans on your team and you're still not gonna win. But when you have
Yeah,
yes,
he right. He right.
Five
Boston's had
Michael
three coaches.
Jordans. I don't know about that.
Boston's had three
Yeah, well,
coaches in 4 years, and they've
no,
made an Eastern
Michael
Conference Final.
Jordan didn't win shit without Phil Jackson. He was
word up.
Phil Collins failed him every time for the
Yep.
first 7
Sure
years.
enough. Sure
You need
enough.
the talent, though, Adar. As great as a
Yeah,
coach
but
is, you need the right
Talent comes
Talent is there.
John.
Talent is
You
there,
have
man.
to put
This team's got
talent.
Talent
John,
is in the
you-
league, man. Talent is everywhere, man. There's
Talent
talented
is a
players a lot
part
of
of it.
places.
Talent is a part of it, but you have to put every piece, like everything, have to click
You
at
gotta
the
have
same
coaching.
time.
Can I
At
ask
the
you a
same
question?
time, and you
Can I ask
have
you
to
a
get
question?
lucky.
Can I ask you a
Go
question real
ahead.
quick? How can you
Yeah,
build
good.
culture within an organization when half the players on the roster won't even be here next year?
right. Thank you, Dylan.
What is
The
culture
coach
building?
should start.
Not
The
having
coach should
players?
start with the head coach. The coach should start with
It's
the head
stuff
coach.
exactly
You
because
have to have
once
people that buy into the
once you
system.
come,
You have to have
no,
people that buy
once
into the
you
system.
come,
So bringing in new people, you're going to have to rebuild that culture
But
once
those new
again.
people see what he
not
does.
exactly,
They
not
No,
exactly.
talk,
you're
man.
not
What do you mean?
rebuilding
Kenny
Players
culture.
Atkinson, what
talk.
do you mean? What do you mean? Kenny
You're not
Atkinson had a great
rebuilding
culture.
culture.
Kenny Atkinson had a great culture,
I
and then
agree.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie came,
And that's my and that's
You
why
should have
that's
never let
why
him
I
go.
was
because they
that's why
weren't
I
bought
was
in.
what's his name siding with John and telling like fire Sean Marks because he abandoned the culture.
Yes, he
Oh
did.
wait,
When
okay, so we're on the same point with firing Marks. I'm glad that's kind
Yeah.
of known now around this fan base finally.
I'm on the
But
record with that too. So
yeah, no,
you
I'm not saying that. I'm meaning to some of the people who are still delusional enough to say that he should be the GM of this team. But what I'm
oh
trying
my
to
God, Zion.
yeah, no, that shit pisses me off. But what I'm trying to say is,
No,
how do you
Zion dunk.
carry
This
over
shit is
building a
crazy.
culture with players who aren't going to be on the roster?
Let him
Like
finish, though. Let him finish, though.
there's
Nah.
not much. There's not much
Okay,
that
I
you can bring in with
explain them,
bringing new
please.
players.
Do your thing.
No, I'm talking about you. Go ahead and finish your point. You know what I mean?
No, I was thinking you about to explain them the culture thing because I was about to say, listen, when coach is like, if you have a coach pop like Zine Master, coaches like that, like the coach who put the system in place, that's half explaining what culture is. Like I'm the alpha dog over here and I'm telling you how this thing is gonna work. Like
Right.
let's say when we abandoned Kenny Atkinson, remember when he said, listen, Jared Allen is a better player than what's his name, DeAndre Jordan, for the reasons blah blah blah. But this is the system I wanna run, and this is how we're gonna do it. Remember, half of the roster at that time was already gone. So what Kenny was trying to tell is that listen, I got the system in place, I got the culture in place. Please don't ruin it, and I want to win a championship with that. So what we did is Sean Marks came to Kyrie and KD, and they fired Sean Marks, and that's part of the blame goes to Joe's side. As of right now, we took that. I mean, we took that blame, whatever you want to say it, we took that beating. As of right now, I think our front office learned from that, and we can learn and we can go further. And as of right now, they understood. Like we won WNBA championship with the Liberty. We got Sabrina. We got to draft Sabrina. After that, we might get
They're mainly managed by Josiah's wife.
Yeah, Claire Wusai, man. That was
Hold on,
recognizable.
Adar, pass it to Dylan. Let
I
Dylan.
was going to follow up with Adar because I have a two-part question.
Yeah.
The first one is
Yeah.
just a simple answer. Do you think to win a championship in the NBA, you need to have better talent than your coach or a better coach than your talent?
It's
That's a
combination
tough
of both.
question. I think you need both.
I don't think you need either or. I think it's combination of both.
Well, okay. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because you brought up Popovich before. Popovich hasn't won anything since Kawhi Leonard, since Tim Duncan, since Tony Parker, since Manu. He's had mediocre rosters, horrible rosters, and he hasn't done anything with it. So a coach can only take you so far. And the reason why I brought up Boston
But
before is because
we've seen talent failed over and over again in the different
talent fails,
teams.
but still talent brings you somewhere. My point is Boston has had Brad Stevens, Ime Udoka, and now Joe Mazzulla, 3 coaches
And
within 5 years, and every year they've made an Eastern Conference Finals. Why? Because they have talent.
The talent.
So I'm not saying that you don't need a good coach. I'm just saying that you need better players than you do your coach. And I think
Most
that's
definitely.
why so many people are invested in trying to draft the next guy.
Hold on. If you're not first, you last, right? You
That's
agree
a great
with
Ricky
that?
Bobby quote. Great Ricky Bobby quote. Hell yeah.
Okay, so you spending all that, you forgetting the part, it's business and then entertainment. You think financial aspect, you have to disregard it?
What do you mean by the financial aspect?
Financial aspect, because we have aprons now. We pretty much playing with this new CBA. We in a hard cap. You see how teams dumping their stars because they don't want to pay what's his name, extra luxury tax. Like I mean, going to the
Well,
first
it also
apron
has
or
to
second.
do. It also has to do with the fact the next 2 years worth of draft classes are absurd. The talent that are coming out of it.
And we got
there's
our
8
picks.
guys.
What makes you think we ain't gonna tank next year?
Because we didn't take it serious this year.
Well, Boston's a little different. Stevens.
Hold on.
Technically didn't really
Utah
lead the
didn't
team.
take it serious first 2 years. Utah didn't take it serious. What happened after that? They
haven't gotten a top 3 pick since they've tried to start rebuilding, and that's because they didn't take their first 2 years seriously. And now they're sitting here with Larry Markkinen. Instead of trading him, which was rumored a year and a half ago, they extended him, and now they don't play him at all. And they still haven't gotten the pick that they needed, because the NBA doesn't reward teams for sitting out stars or purposely tanking like Washington.
So what makes you think Utah will get rewarded this year?
Because they're due.
They're
due for a good pick.
Sitting there, best player.
Look at Detroit.
They benched their starting 5 tonight again.
They look at Detroit. They bottomed out 3 years in a row.
John, let him finish because we gotta go around the panel. We gotta get.
I was gonna say Detroit bottomed out 3 years in a row, and they got the number 1 pick one of those years, right? So
when they had top 3 worst record, not the worst record overall.
Well, Detroit was the worst record, and I think they got the 4th pick. That's the year that they got.
Nah, when they had the worst record every time, like 3-4 years in a row, they ended up being 5. When they had top 3 record, like the worst 3 record, that's when they got what's his name, Kate Cunningham. Go look it up.
Yeah, no, okay. I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying that the Nets aren't in a position to even put themselves in this situation. We're at 7.
We are in a situation.
Let him finish because we're gonna go to LM after this.
Yeah, we're currently at 7, tied for 6, and we're a game and a half from 5. But if you look at the remaining schedule, we're at 21 wins. We play Dallas now twice, who are going to suck for the remainder of the season. You play Charlotte, I believe, 1 or 2 times. You play Washington 1 or 2 times. You play Toronto twice, I believe. So you're playing bad teams. When are they going to take the tank seriously and sit players out purposely to try and lose these games. Toronto,
Okay, how many teams? How many of them 500 and over teams that playing for the playoff spot? There's 22 games left. You only named 5.
No, I just said we play multiple bottom end teams, either one or
exactly,
2 times.
5 teams.
Twice. That's
2-time Raptors.
teams that we have.
2-time Raptors. 1-time Charlotte, and 1-time Washington.
Adolf, we gotta go around the corner.
I got you. I got you. I'm going to pass it off right now. The point is that I'm trying to say this team has the potential to still win 7 to 9 games based on our schedule if they don't take it seriously. That's all I'm saying. And if they are at 28 wins, we're not getting.
You want to take a bet? You want to take a bet that we're not going to win
guys.
6 games?
Let somebody else get it here, guys. Come on.
Okay. Like I said, scary asses. Just want to talk. I'm a gambler. I'm a gambler. I took the bet with what's his name.
Man.
Yeah, you're crashing out for no reason, bro. We're not disagreeing.
Right.
We're just saying that there's a chance that this team puts themselves in a position not to be.
You're not disagreeing, but you're wording that shit like. All right, go ahead.
You're a hostile person. This is funny.
Go ahead. Just when you're done, Dylan, just pass it to LM. I just want.
Yeah, no. All I'm saying is that I think they need to start taking it seriously. I think they need to start sitting players. I think it's clear as day that Nick Claxton is not a person that this team should be looking to build around in the future. He's not good. And I like Claxton. I like Claxton a lot. I've been a fan of him my entire time since he's been in that. But he doesn't have it. He just got bodied by Bismack Biyombo. That's pathetic. So, point being, I think if you're really looking to get under the apron, like Adar said, and build a team properly, Claxton's contract needs to get wiped from the books. So does Cam Johnson. And that's the route that they should take. Look to maximize the picks and the financial flexibility that they can have over the next 2 seasons, rather than keeping guys who are mediocre and not putting themselves in the best position.
I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt because listen, Claxton contract is gonna be 10% after this season.
Like, it's still not a good contract. He's a guy.
10% versus cap is not.
He is a center that can't guard 5s, and he is not good enough to play the 4 because he can't space the floor. It's a problem. Realistically,
you put him on the Lakers, he will be amazing. I'm watching Lakers game right now.
Good idea, Adar. That's a great idea. Maybe they should do it.
His expiring contract and their future first-round pick. I'd take that.
Yeah, that works out perfectly. You're
telling me I can clear $70 million off the books?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like Claxton is not guaranteed to stay over here. Like I love Claxton
in the corner.
That's what I'm saying. I like Claxton a lot. I just don't think he should be on this team. He's not.
But if we're building, like, why not keep Claxton? Like, he's only 25.
What are you building around him? He's 25. He hasn't improved in any statistical category.
But he's still good, serviceable, but big. Like, if you get rid of Claxton, give me a name. Like, give me something big. Give me something to look for.
Jokic. He can't guard Bismack Biyombo. He can't guard bigs.
But he was looking really good.
Hold on, we're gonna have to go to 11. We spending too much time talking about Claxton, man. Like it's for me. I want to nip the thing in the bud with Claxton because you get what you get from him. You know what I mean? I just think he is talented, but he not motivated. Either he don't look mentally there. He just I don't know.
No, he's lost in the fashion world.
That could be true. That could be true. I'm not even fair to debate that. But go ahead, Dylan. We're gonna get the LM after that.
Yeah, no, go ahead, pass the rock. I thought today's game was interesting. We brought up Jordy and developing players. Listen, I'm glad to see Cam Thomas had 6 assists, but again, I want to see these things consistently. If he can put up 25 and 5 consistently throughout the remainder of the season, I would consider that development. But in terms of what we've seen, product on the floor, players who have actually had some meaningful performances on this team this year, none of them are guys who are young. Jalen Wilson has not been that good. Noah Clowney's been hurt. Cam Thomas has been hurt. Claxton's looked awful. So to me, if you really want to develop players, you need to draft them. And again, they got to put themselves in the best position to land top 3 this year. So hopefully, like I said, they take the tank seriously for these remaining 20 games. And hopefully we can get to like that 4 through 5 range where we have a better chance come lottery night.
No, that's what's up. I think it's possible. We had 30.
I think 5 is very possible. Yeah, I think 5 is very possible. I don't think people are underestimating Philly trying to think that they're gonna, come back and be solid. They're fucking horrible. Paul George is now going to be out for the
I
season.
don't. I
Probably
don't
he's
think
got
we
a
get
groin
12.
injury.
I don't think we get 12 wins, Dylan.
I
I
can
don't think
see
we
I
get
can see
33
7 or
wins.
8. Unfortunately, I think we finish at 5 or 6. I just don't see Philly being ahead of us, like in terms of draft lottery night. I think they're going to be at 4 or 5, and we're going to be at 5 or 6. I think Toronto gets ahead of us definitely, though.
Breezy, can I ask Dylan a question real quick? It's like,
No,
did,
no,
did
no, 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 no.
like,
We're going
When
to
he
LM.
says no, it's perfect.
because
No,
Darrell Murray apparently on the hot seat, so that's what
no,
I was asking.
nah, nope.
Who's
Y'all
on the
had the
hot seat?
most.
I'm so
Y'all had the
confused.
most airtime
Darrell
thus
Murray,
far,
Philly.
and we even get to LM and Scott all
Adar, type
season.
in the chat. I'll talk to you there.
Yes,
Uh,
yeah. I got good content, but we got to go around the panel. We got to be fair.
Nah, for real, you got it.
LM, talk to us, man. You see what's going on. I mean, I wanted to hear from LM because he liked the Spurs too. They said, oh, Vessel gave Cam Thomas work, this and that. I mean, what's your thoughts on from a Spurs fan's lens and just what you've seen tonight? Talk to us.
Um, well, Vassell barely plays like that, so next game he's probably gonna drop 12, but that's neither here nor there.
That's wild.
It's kind of crazy that he decides to go off against the Nets, but um, it's whatever. Yeah, I mean, you're from the Spurs perspective, you clearly see what you got, right? Like Castle is going to be a force to be reckoned with once he puts it all together. Um, Keldon Johnson, I don't know if he's probably out of there. Could be in a trade package
LM, let me
next off
ask you this.
season.
LM, let me ask you this about the Spurs. How many lottery picks do they got in their roster, bro?
A lot, including their own. They have the most underrated, I think, draft capital in the league.
I know they got
Um,
Castle. You could consider Fox, but they ain't draft him. But he's still a lottery pick. So that's Fox. That's Vessel. I mean, that's Fox. That's Vessel. That's Castle. Who else? Wimby.
Wemby,
Sohan,
He was
Sohan.
Blake
Sohan was a lottery
Sohan.
pick.
They whole fucking starting
Yeah,
lineup.
9. I think Sohan went 9, if I'm not mistaken. They got Blake Wesley, Keldon Johnson. Uh, I believe he's not playing, but they got Harrison Ingram.
They whole starting lineup.
They got a whole bunch of guys. Some guys,
Top
I
10.
think Sandro was I think Sandro was a trade. I'm not sure. But
I think he was a lottery too.
De'Aaron Fox was obviously a trade.
Yeah.
But a lot of their roster has been their picks. Most of those picks wasn't originally on the team. Like I think we selected Josh Primo in the Cam Thomas draft, but he ain't turned out to be nothing. So they missed with that. Um, but realistically, most of their picks has been it's been a while since they got a top 5 pick. I'll say that. I think Wimby was there recently and Stefan Castle. So realistically, you will have to think of it as those two are really your building pieces to me, and De'Aaron and Sohan, and I think everybody else is up for. If I'm Brian right, realistically, I'm looking at Fox, Castle, and Wimby, and I'm like the rest of y'all and Sohan, and I'm looking at the rest of them like, okay, well, let's see what I can get. I heard they're trying to go for a Kevin Durant to add in the all season. They have the assets for him. They got Atlanta's pick next year too, which is interesting. So we'll see,
What do you
but
say next year? You mean 2025 or 2026?
2026 and well this year too, 2025. So they got their pick for 2 years, and their own pick, but their draft capital is huge. I think behind us and OKC, they might be third in terms of the draft capital that they have. Brian Wright is just a really good GM. But I mean, at this point in time, like from what I've seen tonight, like this is what this is what happens when you like a lot of people talk about the years, which is fine, but realistically, This is what you see when you have at least young building blocks. Like Castle is a building block. Vassell not
Right.
being traded is a building block. Sohan is a building block. Wemby is a building block. Fox is a building block. He's young enough as to where they can make a championship run with him. You see all of these dudes. Blake Wesley, a building block. Like Keldon Johnson, if he's not traded, a building block. Like this is what we talk about when we talk about, yo, maybe these teams aren't exactly above 500, but they are teams that in the future, as we're seeing with Detroit, who we all thought was going to be ass coming into the season, oh shit, it hit. Something is working, whether it's the front office, whether it's the coaching, something hit. And eventually that is what this team is gonna have to do. Like Dylan said, I like Cam Thomas. I think Cam Thomas, in terms of him putting up 25 and 6, excellent building block. I just wish he was healthy for the most of the season so we could have saw that all year.
Right.
A
But
larger sample
that's
size.
yeah. But like that's what I like to see. He made some really good passes this game. Like passes
Yep.
I didn't even think, like that pass that he did
Talk
when
about it.
I think he shot the three and then he went on the other side and then he tried to shoot and then he saw Claxton in the paint
Paint.
and then he dished it off mad fat. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that's what I like to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's progress, and I'm like, that is a building block. That is
Yes, sir.
a possible player you would want on your team.
Yeah.
That's something that I like to see.
And to
So
add
it's
to add to Ellen point, in the first 3 seasons, Cam Thomas would have never hit that pass. He would have definitely shot that ball.
he definitely would have shot it at 20 years old. But that's what I'm saying. That's the progress I like to see, and that's what I was looking for towards this season, regardless of the losing. Just the progress of the young guys, and okay, who is going to be on this team. And Cam Thomas, to me, is definitely a building block tonight. Even though he was missing most of his shots, but he was doing the other things, getting rebounds, getting assists. Like he can add more to his game, and he's only 23 years old. Like I understand, like the guys like, yo, we don't want to tank because we gonna waste Cam. Like by the time if we
I
did
said
this
that.
rebuild right, Cam Thomas will only be 25 years old.
Facts.
Think about that. He's not even like he won't be SGA's age yet until what 2028. So it's like you still got a guy where at his age, if you do the rebuild right and you add the talent on this team, he's still gonna be mad young. Probably not even close to if he's doing this now, not even close to the potential that he possibly could look like at 25 years old or possibly 24 years old.
Okay.
So realistically, if you're doing this thing right and you're going to rebuild, yeah, I agree with everybody. I think it takes not just the draft, but it takes a lot of front office, it takes a lot of coaching, it takes a lot of trades, it takes a lot of free agency. It's a lot of all of that together, and
And
I
take
agree.
some luck
But
too.
I think realistically, we can't ignore the draft part of it because most of these guys that won championships has had their player that they drafted on
Hold
their
on, hold on,
team.
hold on. LM Logical Raptors fanatic. I gotta put a triple X on that, man. That come on, man. You could use better language than that, man. I'm not even repeating that. Go ahead.
What?
But yeah, that's crazy. But speaking of Toronto, yeah, they made the trade for Kawhi, but they still had their draft pick and couldn't Siakam, who was still on the team. Like they didn't trade away most of their draft capital that was there. Siakam was their draft pick, and they won with Siakam. They just got Kawhi. So I mean, realistically,
True.
you got to think about it in terms of, yo, trading is involved in a lot of these things in free agency, but a good GM knows, hey, if we hit with one of these draft picks, they're not getting traded. They are crucial to a championship run. And realistically, you don't want to get rid of the people that you draft, whether they're freaking 5 or 15 or whoever it is. If you hit on one, you don't want to realistically start getting rid of all your young guys just to entertain superstars or stars. Like I think that's just
Facts.
I think that's the wrong way to go about it.
Hold on,
But
before we pass it, just let me ask you this: if the draft started today with our record, what pick do you think we would get? Obviously, it's a lottery, so we really don't know. So what do you feel?
um I'll be optimistic. I'll say 4. I'll say 4. I possibly outside the
I
top
asked
3.
this yesterday. They said VJ. Would you take? Who would you take, VJ or Queen at 4?
I'm different for other people. I'm not taking Queen at 4. Like respectfully, for me 4 would be either Edgecombe or Trey Johnson. I'm calling it a day. Like I get it, we already got a Cam Thomas, but this team cannot afford to pass up on any type of talent just for need. Like
Exactly.
it is not a discussion. You get him, VJS Cone. If you're getting Cam Thomas back, cool. You make that shit work. If you're Horty, you make it work. All right, fuck it. We got to do what we got to deal with, because we cannot afford to pass up or any type of talent for need. And then who's to say that that need that we get? I mean, is Queen even going to be starting? He probably going to be off the bench. I don't think Claxton is going to go automatically to the bench. And then you got Dayron there. So it's like, where if you putting him at the 4? No, because you possibly going to have Clowney there. So it's like, I don't know, unless you would think of trading Claxton. Realistically, it's like, I get it. You can run the 3 center thing, like somebody said on here in the podcast, but like you said, I'm going trade because you said you would rather have somebody that will start, and I think Trey Johnson would start. I
Yeah,
think that's
bro.
a
I'm
starter,
not.
a
I don't
starter
want to
rookie.
lose all of these games for somebody to come off the bench and be back and forth in the G League the first season. Like what?
Yeah, with your first pick, you have to get somebody who is a starter. Like it's no reason to have somebody who's coming off the bench and going to the G League. Like your first pick will have to be somebody that is starting lineup material. In terms of the Knicks and the Bucks pick, those dudes is probably going to be the ones that either are coming off the bench or going to the G League for experience. But your first and your second pick are possibly going to be the ones that, hey yo, we possibly got something here. But
Mhm.
before I pass it off, I'll just say, um even though this was a loss, I do feel really good about um not only Cam Thomas, but I do feel pretty good about seeing where we are at in terms of the standings. I've been saying Toronto's gonna win more games, and I look like, and Ice and all of us look like we're on the money with that. They have 20 wins. I don't think we're gonna get 20. I don't even think we reached 30. I think we're like 25,
Mhm.
24-ish. Call it a day.
Mhm.
So I mean, if we're fourth, fifth best odds, I'm cool with that. We let the chips fall where they may with that. And yeah, I'll pass it off.
All right. We're gonna go to Scott. I wanted Scott to speak to this comment by player one. He says, if Cam Thomas transitioned from a bucket to a scorer who can pass, that would be big for this team. How you feel about this comment, Scott?
Good. I know he can do it. There's a lot of things that these players can do that we don't know because we don't see it.
That's true.
Usually the coaches know what they can do.
So let me ask. So let me ask you this, Scott. Well, what do you think the total wins is for the end of the season?
I don't think we're going to win another game.
That.
Now that's some optimism.
Holy shit!
That's crazy.
I'm being honest.
Okay. Okay.
I think Cam is not going to play the rest of the season.
Cam Johnson?
Cam Thomas.
You really think they're going to sit him?
Yeah.
Why not sit Johnson over Thomas, since Thomas is technically competing for a contract, Scott? Doesn't that make more sense?
Everything is not about a contract. I wanted to talk about the Boston thing because
go ahead, Scott.
One thing about Boston that makes them different, when they had their coach, Stevens, and then he went into the GM spot, that didn't change anything for them. They still was rocking with the same program. Our team and our organization was dysfunctional. There was a lot of stuff going on. It causes trouble in that locker room. That's why Kevin Durant wanted out.
Okay, so but as far as the locker room is concerned, do you feel like Jordy Fernandez got the locker room and those worries are over?
Yeah, he's working on it.
Okay.
He's working on it. It takes time. It takes a year or two. This season. I mean, a lot of people want to sit there and talk about the players and want to lose at the same time.
Interesting.
That's
Scott,
that's
what
some
you
funny.
think?
I
Scott, what you
can't.
think? I'm sorry. What you think? The owner is gonna tolerate that?
I didn't hear you.
I was wondering, it's like, what you think? The owner is gonna tolerate the same hoopla that we went through with
He's.
Kyrie and KD?
It was part. He didn't speak up when he had to. He had a chance to.
Right. Good point, Scott.
Now he wants to fix it.
Who?
The owner.
Yeah, sure, we'll see about that. I think
Well,
Jordy's
it's
the one
not.
in control
They're
right
not
now.
going nowhere. There's money to be made. They ain't going nowhere. Where they going?
Because Joe Tsai is the one who took the pain, right? He lost like what, $400 million on that, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He ain't losing money. You know, this guy's making money with AI technology right now.
No,
Yeah,
he
but I'm
lost-
just saying he's not going nowhere. His
John,
wife,
he
like,
lost the
his
money
wife-
paying taxes. That's
his
the
wife-
thing.
His
He
wife,
regained
like,
all that money recently, AR.
his
He's
wife,
doing a lot
like
of
running
different things.
the women's team. She enjoys doing what
John,
she's doing.
it's about
Right.
commitment and the process. That's what you got to think about.
And they
What
committed.
process? What process
I think
do
they
you have
learned
on
from
the
it.
team right now?
I think they learned from it. They learned. They learned a lot because I look at the coach they got.
The process about how you have to win. Like they failed with KD and Kyrie. All of a sudden they won WNBA championship, and all of a sudden maybe we can translate to NBA. Maybe. I'm
No,
not
I
sure.
just wanted to bring up the part about culture because that is real important.
Exactly.
And one person sat there and said, "How you gonna have culture when you got losers on your team? You can get culture and still lose."
But
Boston
Scott, who checks the losers?
But like I
The
said,
coaching staff, right?
they didn't change anything, and they got rid of Udoka. Once he did what he did, they got rid of him right on the spot, whether he was right or wrong. They let you know from the top they were running the show.
Oh, you're talking about Celtics? Yeah.
Yeah, they let you know from the top they running the show.
The
When
funny
he had an
was,
opportunity to speak up when they was after Kyrie, they didn't say nothing. They let it rock. You lost your team.
Yeah.
You lost your team. You lost your team.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, that was this is now. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, I revisited those conversations a lot. It really hurt my net fed soul to extent. So I don't like
it hurt.
But what I will say is that, again, the reason why I said culture versus talent when it comes down to building, coach versus talent when it comes down to culture, because a coach could be more consistent with the franchise. You know, talent, they could up and leave when they want. They could pitch a fit. I just seen a clip with KD mad at Coach Bud. Like,
he slapped him. He slapped his hand tonight. That was crazy.
Yeah, that shit is nipped in the bud, man. He out
right.
here.
So I'm saying that I'm saying that to say that when it comes to talent, you know,
you need talent. You do need talent. I'm not saying you don't need talent.
Yeah, but sometimes you got, when you building a culture, you get a guy that wants to be here, that wants to win here, not just somebody who just comes in. I'm showing up so I don't get fined.
Culture attracts talent. See, that's the difference. That's the difference.
Well, we need a core first, Scott. We didn't have to
think talent attracts talent too.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, talent do, but when in certain organizations they run the show, not talent.
Well, what is the organization doing this year? We're not exactly running the show.
Like Boston, well, they gotta stand up.
Who, the owner and
yes, the owner.
And why aren't they? They've had all year to do that, and they've made weird decisions.
It takes time. It takes time, John.
I don't
think
it's
not going to happen right now.
I don't think necessarily the stars.
Hold on. I don't want to be long winded because we ain't get the leaf yet. I want to get to everybody on the panel before we. You know what I'm saying? Get into the open gym. I like calling it, like we just all talking. But go ahead, Scott. Just pass it to Leaf when you're done.
Yeah. I just think it just takes time. Things take time. That's all. I mean, you need talent. That's for sure. You need talent, and you need an organization to back that talent.
That's a fact.
If you don't have those two things, you can sit there and talk about talent all you want, and it won't work. I'm telling you, it won't work. Players will get upset and they want out.
Yeah, that's the point.
They want out.
That's the point. Some of these players they love the lifestyle more than they love the game. The game got them the lifestyle, but and y'all laugh when I say this. I say, yo, Zion, he can't come here. He got too many beautiful women in Golden Crust. Everybody, oh ha 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 ha. Nah, he out there in New Orleans. He see all of those thick women, all of that jambalaya. Bro, he don't know he a young man, a millionaire. All of these players don't be focused on the game once they get that money. Now they getting that money in college. It's gonna
That's
be
when you don't.
worse.
That's when you don't have culture in your organization to protect those players.
Listen, every fan is doing their job. Me and every other fan is included is letting them know that y'all millionaires when y'all leave. Yeah, we understand that part. But at the end of the day, we want to see y'all compete. We don't want to. I want to see rivalries. I'm glad Cam Thomas don't slap five with the Knicks players after the end of the game. That's the kind of player we need on this team, not somebody who want to slap fives with them Nick Mikal Bridges after a loss. But again, I don't want to be long-winded because I want to go to Leaf. Leaf, talk to us, man. I seen you send me that tweet saying that the defense was bad between D'Lo and Cam Thomas. I'm not fan to debate that, but talk to us, Leaf. And throw your link in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, youtube.com/athlete4788. I'm gonna throw it in the chat in a minute. I don't want nobody rebuttaling me when I say this shit. The tank is officially back on, and the reason why I say it is because I'm paying attention to the subs that Jordy is making and the subs that a lot of players that's being put on the court, specifically D'Lo and Cam Thomas. A lot of them didn't play with a lot of the players on this roster, specifically Cam Thomas. Notice that Cam Thomas was handling the ball instead of D'Lo, bro. Clearly tanking. Anytime, listen, no disrespect, and no disrespect to LM, bro, but Devin Vassell was looking like Kobe Bryant out there. Come on, bro. Like he had 37, 10, and 5. That motherfucker had bro. He was looking like damn Kobe out there, bro. Like we are clearly in the business of tanking it again. And it's not how you
No, I say he doesn't do that every day, Lee. Like he doesn't do that every game.
And just to speak on it a whole lot more, bro. Like in terms of the tank, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Talk that shit.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to remind us, what I got to remind a lot of Nets fans is that we got 15 games in the next 27 days. So the shit is basically a war of attrition, bro. It's gonna be a lot of subs being made in a lot of these games, and it's gonna be a lot, of chemistry being thrown off.
Hold on, Lee. Let me say this. In this last 21 games, do you agree or disagree that Cam Thomas could average 5 assists in these last 21 games?
Sure, he can. That's how we tank. We're gonna let him average 5.
No, but hold on. Again, that word is so harsh. Play develop is such a nicer word. Now, I just want to say that if Cam Thomas can average 5 assists to the end of the season, that's exactly the player development I was looking for. We was looking for that last season, and we thought it was going to be more this season. But as far as his health, he didn't have a lot of availability. But I'm just saying that to say it is a small sample size in 21 games, but it would be impressive to me. And I'm going to make a big deal about it all off season if that's what he do. I hope Cam Thomas averages 5 assists or more. And I don't know, man. That's what I want to see as far as being player developed. But what about you, Leaf? What do you want to see in these last 21 games as far as player development out of any player on this team? Even Reese Beekman. Any player.
What do I want to see as far as player development out of every people on
any
this
player?
team?
No. Just it don't have to be not every player, please. But
any player?
Yeah, just any one player. What do you want to see him? What do you want to see them player develop what player do you want to see player develop in anything, whether it be a bigger jumper, a handle, anything?
Nobody.
Trending Watford spin move.
Nobody. I
Trent
don't want to see
Watford
none of
spin
these.
move.
I don't want to see nobody on this team to develop, bro. And the reason being
Not
is
even
because
Cam Thomas.
Not even Tucson from Walmart. Come on, Leaf.
I don't
He
want,
used to work at Walmart.
like I
That's the
said.
It's just
narrative. We
sometimes
just hear
they
that
didn't know how to,
story.
they
Oh.
didn't know how to pronounce his name. And to
Let him
be honest
finish.
with you,
Let him finish.
hold on. Let me say this to Scott.
I
We gonna
agree,
get
by
to
the
leave.
way.
Hold on. I don't want to cut leave. I just want to say this to Scott. His name was hard to pronounce and it sounded like Walmart, but
Oh.
it's like a Wama way or something. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I don't even know.
Wuma.
A
Tucson
Walmart.
and Wuma.
Oh,
So
Wuma.
right,
they
on
call it
Walmart.
Walmart.
Right. So okay, Walmart or Walmart. You see how that? You
Yeah,
see what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying? So okay, I'm saying that to say that he is a Princeton graduate. The IQ of Tucson is a smart player. And now what smart players do is they get to the basket. More of his shots is 2 pointers than 3 pointers. Now I'm saying that to say that's the name of the game. You can take high percentage shots. But I don't want to be long-winded. We're gonna get back to league. I just wanted to answer Scott's question. All right, so again, man, classic straight shit last night, man. Classic. I wanted to say that to you. Classic shit. And also I wanted to say to you before I forget. The play-by-play, I appreciate the play-by-play tonight. You stayed the whole game, you know what I'm saying, for one, and that's for the most part. Well, I'll get to all the other shit later, but that's pretty much what I wanted to
Yeah, here,
appreciate
Leaf.
that. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
shit.
Appreciate that. But yeah, man, you was right about the defense. You know what I'm saying? For the backcourt to score that much, that's a lot of points to give up. And if we because of this, and you being right about D'Lo and Cam Thomas not having defense in the backcourt, I do favor a Ye guard. I do favor a big defensive guard, a POA guard, because Schroeder was a POA guard. I told y'all when Schroeder left, Schroeder the template. Schroeder is the template.
I
Whatever
told
guard we get,
people
they gotta do what Schroeder did. If they don't, why we got him here for?
nobody gave me credit when I said Schroeder was the
He
key.
ain't doing none of that shit now.
Damn
No,
sure.
because
Yeah.
we're
Nah, he looking
because
all right in
yeah, you're
Detroit.
right.
Don't do that. Don't
No,
do that.
he's right. You sometimes some
He
players
not.
just don't fit. Some
I,
players don't fit.
I could have
But hold
sworn
on,
I said
hold
when I
on.
started my
Who's the
soliloquy,
POA
I ain't
defender?
want nobody cutting me off.
No, you said no. You ain't want nobody rebutting the first thing you said, bro, and that was it. I heard.
And now I
Yeah.
want to and now I want to get back to
Yeah,
what I was saying,
go ahead.
Right?
of like because I had got cut off. The
You didn't
thing
get
of
cut
the
off. I was added to what you were saying, and I was propping you about doing the play-by-play.
it,
Let's bring
I,
context
I
to this conversation.
I appreciate it, bro. But notice I was just talking shit most of the damn game, bro. The play by play was self-explanatory. I just recovered the score and I was just talking shit. My homie was a damn Rockets fan and he located and I kept telling him he's in the business of trading Jalen Green for Devin Booker for some reason. And I'm like, that's crazy because if I got athletes in my front court at the two niggas like if we had a Jalen Green or Amen Thompson or something on this team like that, bro, that's keepers. And I'm getting skill positions at the 5 and the 3, like Dylan was telling me. Like, and those are the players that you win with. You know what I'm saying? So according
Jalen
to the and
Green.
just and based on it, listen, I want effort in my backcourt and I want my skilled players in my front court. The reason being is because you allow your skilled and athletic players in your front court to run the floor a lot more. And the breaks and the fast breaks is simple. Go look at Denver. You know what I'm saying? Go
But
look at
hold
go
on a
look at
second. I asked you a specific question. I asked you when you sent me that text saying that we got cooked on defense. I said you was right about that. Then I'm talking about who we put next to Cam Thomas for him to be a POA defender like Schroeder because it worked. Like
who do you said
fuck them
you said
Chicago,
who
fuck the Houston Rockets, man.
you said who do we put next to Cam Thomas?
As a POA defender, who in college, who's a player that we can draft as a POA defender? That's what I want to know.
It would
Yes,
be
No,
you
Dylan.
can
well,
It
you
would be
agree
Dylan
Dylan
to me,
Harper
Harper.
well,
is
to
the
me,
best
no,
fit?
hold on, let me finish. To me, the ID goes straight to Dylan, but at the same time, I feel like we further away from Dylan than anybody think.
So
So,
he the
so, and
only POA defender?
Dylan is probably the best bet because you want Dylan to be more on the board and you want Cam Thomas running the shit that Cam Johnson runs. A lot of the shit that's off down screens, pin downs, and quick giving goals, catching goals to the basket, shit like that. You want more movement.
No,
But
I
the
want
thing
I
is,
want to draft a guard that's a POA defender. Davion Mitchell, shooter,
I,
a POA
I
defender.
would say VJ Edgecombe is probably the best POA,
He
if
a POA
anything.
defender.
His
Shit, he
defense has
athletic
been much
enough.
better lately. His defense has been much better lately,
This
Breezy. But
defense
he
been
could be
much
in
better, but
too.
and he athletic
Nah,
enough. But I don't think he's a lead guard. That's the problem. And this is where my draft idea come in for because it's something telling me, bro, that we probably need Derek Queen in this draft more than anything. And I'm still so in a perfect world, if we could get Ace and Dylan and Derek Queen, bro, I'm all in. But that seemed more impossible than anything. Every time
Leaf,
I
please explain
What you mean, Leaf? You were saying
what's
a
his
couple
name?
pods, we top
Derek
three
Quinn.
guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true.
we listen,
Leaf,
we all top three guaranteed, but here's the
You
problem.
just said we're
The
away from it, though,
Nah,
Leaf. You just said we're away
the
from it. Now
no,
we're
problem
in
the
hold
it.
on.
problem hold on. No,
Hold on. No,
I
time
said
out, time out,
hold
time
up.
out.
I
No,
said we further
You
away
got
from
hold on.
Dylan.
Time out. You gotta let me run
Dylan's
point.
top three, though.
Listen, hold on. Let me run point. Because I'm bringing clarity to the conversation. So we not talking over each other. Leaf. Again, you said top three. You said Ace Bailey or nobody. Again, other content creators put you onto game about college basketball and told you about these other players. You acting like you pulled this shit out of thin air. You did not. And all I'm asking you to do is acknowledge the fact that Ice, that Dylan, that Easy, even Easy was the one that started the season talking about shout to Easy, talking about yo, what if we don't get top three? You ain't want to hear none of that. So I'm just asking you to just remember that these other content creators was telling you this earlier. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm asking you too about POA defenses to see if you even watching the game like that. You feel me? Because I'm not. I'm keeping it real. Like they be putting me on, but I'm just saying.
I'm not watching for POA defenders because the thing is that eventually what you want Cam Thomas to do is run point. At the same time, bro, like somebody that's gonna be in a backcourt with him, you want somebody that's gonna like at least be able to guard from like 1, 2, 3, kind of like think of like a Stephon Castle or Amen Thompson. I don't really see nobody really in that draft on that scale. However, bro, like I'm more focused on us building the front line than anything because I feel like we could get skill position players there in this draft, come out of that in this draft more than anything, bro. Now, what happens to Cam Thomas next year, bro?
Yo, who? Bro, we got my thing is this, right? At the end of the day, the Brooklyn Nets don't have no specific point guard that we trust right now. It's essential that we get a point guard and a big man. Now, to get in the wing, those are the three things that we all need. We could debate whether or not what's more important, the wing, the big man, or the point guard. But I know a point guard gotta be up there for the top two. Either you got the wing more important than the big man, or the big man more important than the wing. But
I
the
got it
point
correct.
guard
We need a
position,
point guard and
the
shooting
point,
forward. We
the
don't need a
point,
big man.
and that's
No, we
that's
do. We do need a big man. AR. Did you
right,
see what
Yeah,
happened
we need
tonight? Mike's
right,
everything.
playing old
right,
guy.
right,
we
right,
we
right.
Claxton
Hold
got
on,
100 million. He's still on the
right.
roster.
But
So
hold on. Let me have
And
that
he's didn't
conversation.
do
Hold
well.
on. Let
no
me have
no
that.
he
Hold on. Let
got
me have that conversation with Nets fans about you, whether it be the wing, the point guard, or the center. We need more, and what we drafted first. Because again, I made a debate that Queen should be drafted first over. I don't know. If we it's not the top
Trey
three,
Johnson.
because okay, then Trey Johnson, I wouldn't debate that neither. Like, maybe that's good if they saying he like Cam Thomas, he's 6'6",
Trey
but
Johnson
again,
can play
if
three.
his
He's six
defense
six
is
six
bad,
seven. Why
if
not?
it if it's deep, I think we gotta get a Jordy Fernandez kind of player. Or maybe we just gonna make our POA defender Zaire Williams, and we don't need a POA defender. You
Nah,
feel
nah.
what I'm saying?
Zayer's a
No,
good bench piece, not a starter, Breeze. He's a good bench piece, but
No,
not a
I'm not
starter.
saying he got to be a starter, but a POA defender. We
yeah, your
need that.
POA defender got to be a starter, bro, at some point.
Yeah, I agree with Luke on that one. Yeah.
But the
So,
thing is,
so that's what I'm saying. What guard is a POA defender in college?
I told her what Dylan,
BJ.
Only DJ, Dylan,
Dylan, VJ, the
Then
notable ones,
Diego.
Dylan, VJ, Shit.
Igor Damon is POA for sure. What are you talking about?
Yegor. All right. I mean, Yegor is gonna be
Dylan is better than him in
responsible.
those aspects. Dylan and
Ye-
VJ.
Yegor compared to them, bro. Like that's not even a thing, bro. But if I had to listen, everybody, the problem is we're looking at what's best for Cam Thomas. I'm not looking at that shit at all.
Why
I'm looking
not?
at
Why not? Why
because
not?
in a minute. The reason being is because by the time we finish with these next two drafts, the players that we get out of these drafts is gonna be in higher regard, bro, than Cam Thomas because they picked
Ungrateful.
higher. That ain't
Ungrateful.
You
ungrateful.
think
How is
so?
that
You
ungrateful?
ungrateful. You
It's
I
the
agree
ungrateful.
with
truth.
Let
you.
me tell you why.
You
It's
think
Let
the
me
That's
so?
the
tell you.
truth.
truth.
I know you don't want to
Ungrateful.
hear it.
You
I know you don't want
ungrateful.
to hear it. Hold
You
on. I
ungrateful.
know
No,
you
you
don't want to
ungrateful.
hear it. I know you don't want to hear it, bro. And you calling me
No, you
ungrateful, bro.
ungrateful. Yeah, you ungrateful,
You
bro.
calling me ungrateful, bro? Like Cam Thomas is hanging banners in this motherfucker. He not.
Bro,
Please.
hold
Yep.
on. No. Hold on.
Well, you're not in that season
Time out.
for that.
First off, I think that's unfair to say. So
Yeah.
for one, for two, we as all Nets fans, we see what's happening. We seen what happened. We already know why he wasn't getting minutes and so on and so forth, right? I'm not finna give y'all a long soliloquy about that. Now, what I will say is this: as far as him being Cam Thomas, the essential player to the championship roster, like the title say, is the fact that we did draft him for one. And when it come down to the freedom that he could have in the Brooklyn Nets, as far as how they could, how you say, both it behooves both parties. It behooves the Brooklyn Nets. It behooves Cam Thomas on the contract that they get. And again, as far as a scoring goes, you got to realize in those games that Cam Thomas missed, Jordy Fernandez see what it takes to win with just defense, without a player that he could go to for shot creation. Even if you was getting that shot creation from Tyrese Martin and Cam Johnson, it ain't the same as getting it from Cam Thomas. And any talent that you're talking about that's going to be on this team, Cam Thomas is going to be as good as a scorer than whoever that is, because that's what he do. So that being said, that's an essential part of winning in today's NBA, because this ain't the 90s where they scoring 90, 80, 88 points. They scoring 140 points.
You don't know that,
We do
Breezy.
need a player better than Cam Thomas
You,
on this team,
Breezy,
though,
you don't know
VJ.
that.
Hold
You
on.
don't know that, Breezy.
We need a player better than
Hold
Cam
up.
Thomas on this team, Breezy.
Let me speak more. Let me speak more on this, because not only do we need a player better than Cam Thomas on this team, we need a player,
Right.
bro, that's gonna at least fill up all of the columns on this team. And Cam Thomas does not fit that bill right now. So
Exactly.
Why I don't understand. What I'm
Your
saying is
star player got to
you
be
not
able to do all other things than just
listen.
score.
I'm not saying that I'm
So
not
you see
saying
that
y'all not
coming out
debating what
of
I'm
college?
saying. Y'all
Y'all
not
see that?
debating. Y'all not
Y'all see
debating what
that?
I'm saying though. You feel
Y'all
me?
see that out of these college players?
Yeah,
I
I
Yes,
see
think it's one of the
Cooper
most
You
Cooper
see
exciting
that
Cooper
out
athletes
of
in
don't
these
just
college
score.
basketball.
players for
over
sure.
Cam
Yeah,
Cooper don't
Thomas.
just
Cooper,
score.
Cooper
Draymond
Hold
gives
up,
just
us
score.
Scott. What you at?
No,
Hold up, wait. Scott, what you asking me?
No, I'm saying, do you see that in this draft?
In
Do
this
you,
Yeah, there's a
draft?
lot of
In
players
this
In
that
this
that
draft,
don't
draft over
that
Cam
that
somebody
does
can
other
fill
things
in
than just
all the
No,
score.
who's
columns.
a better
in, thi-
scorer?
a
in this
lot of them. I can
Who's a
name
better
you
Who's a
scorer?
better
7.
scorer
There's
than
a lot
Cam
of
in
players
Thomas?
that do more than just score
in
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 this
this in
draft.
this draft in terms of all
This,
across the board, bro? You
Yes,
bet your
yes.
ass I do.
yeah,
Who?
don't. No. Okay, so
Who?
do it. So do it.
What you
Who?
mean who?
VJ,
Yeah,
Wait, what
Dylan,
talk?
who?
Which
Nate,
how many
Cooper,
times?
You know
How
what I
many
The
mean.
times y'all
top
went?
three
How many
arguably
times y'all
does
went
more
on
than
and on
Cam
about
Trey
Thomas.
Dylan?
Johnson, at least.
We went
The
on and
top
on
three
about
does more
Dylan.
than
Cooper
Cam
could do
Thomas.
everything, bro.
Nah,
Like
Okay.
Dylan,
time out. No,
bro. Derek
hold on,
Queen
chill out.
hasn't had a down game yet.
Listen, time out.
You know
Slow
that's
it
my
down.
player.
No, slow it down. I'm not saying it to debate with y'all. I'm saying it because I want to know who can score the ball like
Yeah, they
Cam
said the
Thomas.
top three.
Name those. Okay,
But
so
we not the score or scoring is not the argument. We're talking about other
no,
things.
I'm
We
not.
know
No,
he a
that's what
good
I'm
No, no,
saying.
scorer.
no. They said
Listen, what I'm
Phil.
saying.
I was
Listen.
speaking to Lee.
Listen. Look, hold on. Listen, this is what I'm trying to say to Scott, to Leaf, to the Nets fans that's listening. I'm talking about shot creation And who in this draft is good as Cam Thomas at shot creation? Who should be taking more shots than shot creation? I'm not talking about what LM talking about, saying they could do more than Cam Thomas, not just score the ball.
That's the wrong question to be
I
asking.
can answer that
That's the
question.
wrong question to be asking.
No. He
That's the
let him
wrong
ask
question
that.
to
Let
be
him ask that.
asking.
No, let him ask
No,
that. Let him ask
Leaf,
that.
it's the wrong question, bro.
Listen, LM, it's not the wrong question. If you didn't know what the question was in the first place before I said it, the point
You
is,
said the shot creator. Who's a better shot creator than him? That's not the point.
Yes, no,
It's part of it, but it's not all of it.
Bro, you trying to tell me we doing all of this for a player that is second to Cam Thomas in shot creation?
No, we're doing all. No,
we're doing all this so we can have
we're
a
doing
player
all
to
of
build
this
our
so we
franchise
can
around.
build a team. That's
So
what we're
why
talking.
y'all- so
I'm
why
not.
y'all
I'm not
saying
focused.
that y'all can
I'm
build
not
a
focused
franchise
on.
around Cam Thomas?
Because
you're trying to focus around building around Cam Thomas.
No,
I'm trying to focus around building the team as a whole. My nigga, bro. If we get
Breezy,
bro,
let me.
yo, Breezy.
Is Cam
What you need
Thomas
to
is Cam
understand?
Thomas
Hold
or
on,
Kate
wait,
Cunningham?
LM.
Listen,
LM,
what I'm saying
hold on,
is,
what you gotta understand is this.
I'm just saying, if it's Cam Thomas and Kate Cunningham.
Listen, just like Cam Thomas,
No,
we could
he
do
ain't
these last
Kate
20
Cunningham.
games.
That's my point. That's the point.
If we win a championship, bro, and our starting five is averaging 18 plus, each of them is averaging 18 plus, and then we got somebody off the bench averaging 12, bro. I'm cool with that shit. I'm all right with it because the team,
Yo, y'all keep
TEAM
saying
that we build, bro, it's gonna matter more than just building around Cam
Breezy,
Thomas.
let me put it to you, right? Breezy, Cade had a game at halftime, right? He had 30 before the second half. He had 30 and 17 at the first half.
Yeah.
He had 30 and 17.
I heard
Before the second half, at halftime.
LM, listen, yeah,
But that's what I'm saying when I'm talking
Cam
about
Thomas ain't never had a line like that.
right?
Listen,
He a
what I'm
shot
saying-
creator.
Yeah, so okay, you answer my question. Y'all say Kate Cunningham a better shot creator. Okay, cool. I'm not debating that. I'm just asking who.
You're talking about players that been in the league already.
Listen, right. And
Kate Cunningham is Cam Thomas' age. What's the issue?
Yeah, but he's been in the league. He
They were in the same draft, Scott. He's the same age as Cam Thomas.
He's been playing.
That wasn't the question. He was talking about this draft. He was talking about this
He is the same age as Cam Thomas.
He started last year. He started last year.
Listen. Y'all not
He
listening.
started.
Cam Cunningham had surgery for the past 2 years.
One at a time. He been playing.
One at a time, please.
The minute he got in the league, he was playing.
He had surgery.
But he
was out for a whole season.
He's got more than 3 years in the league.
He was out for a whole season.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Like I'm
he's
talking,
been
they're going back and
playing.
forth. That's Ellen and Scott. I hear
Right?
him.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah,
I'm saying that you're not wrong. What I'm saying is, regardless of Kay Cunningham hasn't had much playing time himself. He was out for a whole season. He had this first season he was out with an injury. Then the second season he was out for a whole. He had to get a whole surgery.
So you would say this season is the year he really came in his own, right?
I would say this season is the year where if he wasn't getting injured, he would have been doing this.
Mm-hmm.
That's my point.
And
He was the reason why he went one.
I want to get
and
back
he got
to
a new coach and all that, but
What's
the
happening,
skill set
Easy?
himself was way better than Cam Thomas.
I want to get back to what I was saying. I just wanted to get back to what I was saying, bro. Like, listen. With all due respect, I'm not concerned about just building around Cam Thomas. The 21, most of the wins that we got on this season, bro. Cam Thomas wasn't on the court. So I'm not concerned about that. We got a goddamn good ass coach that know how to use everybody. We got a good goddamn coach that know how to implement everybody into wins. We know how to, we got a damn good coach that know how to implement players to win and put them in the best positions possible. All we need is just better versions of these niggas. That's all we need.
No, hold on. Listen, I think Cam Thomas was here for 13 wins. So that might be false
I don't know what he's
that might be
talking
false
about.
gospel. Y'all over here telling him to preach. That might be false gospel.
To be honest,
a lot of those was losses too.
Hold on, man. We gotta go to easy, man.
Hold up. Scott, Scott.
I'm looking at the schedule right
Hey,
now.
hold on. Let me finish what I was saying. Let me finish what I was saying.
Nah, y'all won't stop.
Leaf was on.
Y'all won't stop,
Cam
bro.
Thomas was on that floor.
Hold on, Scott. Don't make me do it to you, Scott. Hold it down.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All I'm saying is this, man. Y'all gotta chill, man. We gotta go to easy. Y'all won't stop talking, and I won't.
I ain't even finished
I
making my
can't.
fucking point, bro.
I can't yell over y'all, bro. Like we can't give you 5-10 minutes
Soon
soliloquy,
as
please.
soon as I say I didn't cut nobody else off. They got like 8 fucking 10 minutes of soliloquies. I waited my turn.
Bro,
Don't make
God
it so the
damn.
subways,
you was
man. We'll
wrong
do the
for
subs
doing
I
again.
that.
wild waited my turn, but the second I
You was
said something about Cam Thomas, shit got shaky.
you
Bro,
was
what's
on for like
shaky about it,
18
bro?
minutes,
Hold on.
bro.
You
Damn
again,
right.
like I said, my thing is this. You talking about walking around, talking about having no rebuttals and nobody saying nothing, bro. Stop it. If you say something and I feel a way about it, I'm gonna say something. It's that simple. Again, like I said, I was doing what I did so I can introduce easy. Shit, like I said, I wasn't cutting you off. I was adding to what you was saying. I wasn't cutting you off. I don't cut people off. Just because somebody say something don't mean they cutting you off. They trying to have a conversation with you. You on a fucking podcast. Nobody's cutting you off. We trying to add to what you're saying. Like, so stop saying that shit. Stop saying we cutting you off, or stop saying I'm cutting you off, because I ain't cutting you off. Shit, I'm the motherfucking host. I'm running point guard. If I want to introduce easy, I mean, I don't know why you saying I'm cutting you off. I ain't doing that. Facts. Damn. Hold it down,
What's
my
up,
guy.
Easy?
No,
Right.
what yeah, whatever, bro. Like, go ahead, easy, bro. You got it.
Look.
Yo,
Yeah. Yeah, like anybody that come on the
Easy.
panel, I want to introduce them when they got here. Easy ain't say nothing for 10 minutes. You talk about whatever, you got it. Yo, Easy, man. What's good with you, man?
yo, what's the word, y'all? Yo, before I get to it, my nigga, Leaf, finish what you got to say. I'm gonna get to it. Once I get to it, I'm gonna need everybody on the panel for this shit right here.
Oh damn.
Well, listen, like I was saying, just to get back to my point, I'm concerned about building the entire roster from the top to the bottom, and that's what we're gonna have to do after this season. A lot of these, we listen. A lot of us agree that a lot of these players are not gonna be here, and the most lovable ones, my nigga, is probably not gonna be here neither. So that means that these next two drafts is gonna have to work. This is what we vouch for. Yes, we're doing all of this to get new players, to get new system in, because we got a new coach that knows how to make shit work. He
Agree.
understands. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah,
the only
I
thing
know.
that I was realistically saying, bro.
Right.
That's all I was realistically saying.
Right. I agree with you. You know, I've been saying the same thing. Shout
Go
to
ahead,
this.
Easy.
Subscribe to his page, man. Shout to Easy on the panel with us, man. What's going on, Easy? We all is, but I want to know what you was gonna say.
Yo, all right. So I'm gonna need everybody on this panel right here. Breeze,
Yeah.
I challenge you to a debate right here, right now, my brother. It's going down right here, right now. I
Wow.
challenge you to
Challenge
your Brooklyn
accepted.
Nets fandom.
Yeah.
I
Challenge
challenge
accepted.
your Brooklyn Nets fandom. I want to debate right now. I believe
Mm-hmm.
you care more about Cam Thomas more than the Brooklyn Nets.
So what's the debate?
I'm starting to believe that shit too.
Me too. I agree with that.
So
But
I'm going to
but I don't
debate.
understand what is the debate. That's a statement more than a debate.
Don't even do the debate, easy. Nah, bro.
Yo,
Why
Easy
No,
not?
ready to
it's
throw
What
down
documented. We
tonight,
already got
man.
the paperwork for that. Yeah, I mean, Breezy definitely capping
I'm gonna tell
for
you
that
right
kid.
now, I love Cam Thomas. But
More than the Brooklyn
Yeah,
He
Nets?
will
it's
go with
it's
opportunity
I
no.
love the
comes.
Nets too.
Cam Thomas
But what
But
I'm
out
no,
of
but
this
what I'm
team.
saying is what I'm saying is it's funny for y'all to say that. For one, I don't know easy debate, and I don't want to be long winded. I really want to know his debate so we can get to it. You challenge me, I accept that challenge. So what's the debate?
Debate who you love more. I love the Brooklyn Nets more.
Oh, this is a
wow.
funny debate, but the challenge is accepted. I love the Brooklyn Nets more than any
Prove your
player, man.
love for Brooklyn. Prove your love for Brooklyn right here, right now. We will both do. Everybody on the panel, y'all be the jury. Who love Brooklyn more, me or Breeze?
Damn.
It's
Go
I
easy,
don't
man.
easy,
know.
man.
All you
All
gotta
You
right,
do
so
is
gotta
no,
go
listen.
at
let's
it.
let's
Hold
no
on,
Easy,
no
you
hold
no
on,
gotta
hold
go
on,
at
hold
it.
on.
But
hold on
Hold
no
on,
no
Breezy,
hold
no
on,
no
hold on.
no 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 no
Hold
no
on.
hold on
Y'all
hold on
both
hold on
love
hold
them.
on
Y'all
hold on
This,
both
hold on.
love their
Hold on. We
Brooklyn.
got Ice here, we got Dylan here, we got John here, we got Leaf here, we got Scott here, we got SL here, right? And I'm saying all that to say Find a criteria. Pick like
I
three.
got one.
Yeah,
Because
pick.
it's going to be easy. If we had a complete team, right, and you missing one piece and you had to give up Cam Thomas, would you do it to win a championship?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, the goal is to win the championship.
So you
Goal
give
is
up
to win-
Cam Thomas.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on, hold on. That's the debate. That's the
but my
debate.
thing is, give up Cam Thomas for who? For what?
I'm just
Like
saying, you
no, but what I'm
missing
saying,
the
Nah,
piece
it's
though.
a simple
nah,
question.
listen.
Yes or no?
No, it's not. It's not.
You missing. Nah.
It's not a simple question. Y'all
Nah,
trying
Breezy, it
to.
is. It
No,
is. It is though, right? Because you missing one piece, and this one piece could get you. Just saying,
This is what I'm saying.
hypothetically, this one piece could get you a chip, and you gotta give up Cam to get this one piece.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Ice. I'm cool at the other side of the pillow. When it come down to this one piece you talking about, you gotta explain who, how, and why. Because I don't believe this hypothetical that there's a piece on a free agent team right now.
You love Brooklyn more, easy. You got it.
To the Brooklyn Nets that can't come.
Wow.
Like, listen. Let me explain who I am to Easy and the rest of the panel. I watched this Brooklyn Nets team really didn't have no success with no draft picks. Me, same way I'm fan for Cam Thomas, I was like that for Jared Allen and Karis LeVert. I call Karis LeVert CL Smooth, man. I gave him a whole nickname. The whole Fro thing, I ain't saying I gave him the Fro name, but I was part of one of the fans calling Jared Allen a Fro. Anytime one of the fans coming, I did a rap song before Cam Thomas came on the team about KD. And I broke down all of the different names, other players, other Brooklyn Nets, where Cam Thomas wasn't even on it. Then the intro y'all hear, I did another song. So I did 2 songs for Brooklyn. One song with, 2 songs where Cam Thomas ain't had nothing to do with that song. That's nothing but Brooklyn love right there. I'm rapping whether Cam Thomas about the Brooklyn Nets or whether or not, you know what I'm saying, Cam Thomas on the team or not. Easy not rapping like that, you know what I'm saying? Bo know this and Bo not.
And yet you calling me ungrateful though.
Here comes Leaf.
What you mean? Who ungrateful?
That's what you called me.
No, I'm saying, why you say that though?
Because that's what you called me. The second that I told you, bro, I'm not concerned about building around Cam Thomas. You know what I got? Ungrateful. That's what I got.
You remember a draft pick besides Jared Allen, Karis LeVert? What draft pick we had that played good as Cam Thomas or even David Sharp? Y'all
Easy,
make
you
it
got
all
it.
about me and
Brooke
Cam Thomas.
Oh,
It's not
brother.
just
Easy, you got it, man.
Why
Easy, you got it.
you acting like Brooke Lopez ain't the all-time leading
Hold
scorer in this
on,
motherfucker?
Hold on, Easy, you got it, bro. This is what I'm saying, Easy. You already got it. There's no need to. I just proved that why there's no reason to do that. You know what I mean? You got it.
Yeah. Thank you, Ice. There was explanation right there. You will already
So,
heard
so
that.
what you're saying is there's a couple
rhetorical
people
question,
on
but
here
you ain't
that's
got
not willing
nothing
to
back. I
sacrifice Cam Thomas
debate him
for a
on that.
potential championship.
Wait, hold on.
What
If that
piece
was
are
the
you
case.
talking about?
Wait, hold on.
Y'all don't want to have that
Nah,
conversation.
Easy, you got it. You got it.
No, to hit
You
the
see what
coup
I'm
de grace.
saying?
Wait. Hit the coup de grace, my nigga. The coup de grace. Yo, dog. This man was supposed to give us a remix to the song. You know why he didn't give us a remix yet? Because he had one of the hardest Cam Thomas bars ever. So he not changing that shit. He not changing that shit, bro.
That's
We
exactly
still
why,
talking about
Easy.
Mikal Bridges. We still talking about Mikal Bridges.
Speak louder, Easy.
We still talking about Mikal
Speak
Bridges.
louder.
We are still talking about Brooklyn Bridges.
Oh my God, are you serious?
That's what I'm saying.
I just think
You got it, man.
I just think some people are not willing to admit we need a player better than Cam Thomas on this team.
Exactly.
Like it is
Bro,
a
I was
Y'all
saying
think
that
all of the
saying that
talent
shit
start from
last year.
2025 and on. I'm saying we got talent on this team
Yeah,
now.
saying
I
that for
disagree
2
with y'all.
years.
So what?
What talent?
I'm saying that we need better talent.
Like
with
who?
Breezy.
The
Y'all wanna
talent we
start
face
the whole
tonight, we
team
got
from
talent like
2020?
that?
Hold on,
No,
listen.
we
Hold
don't.
on, hold on.
We know we don't.
Hold on. Hold on. Listen. Realistically,
Where's our non-lottery
let me
picks
say
out
this.
of the
Hold on,
draft?
let me say this to Leaf and Easy. Realistically, Jordy Fernandez run a 10-man rotation. If y'all don't see Cam Thomas in that 10-man rotation, I don't know what y'all see. And when I'm saying that to say there's 9 other players that's going to make sense. Now, when you do the numbers with the 2025 draft and the 2026 draft, how many players really deserve to be on this championship roster? Y'all saying Cam Thomas not one? I disagree with y'all. I even go as far to say that maybe Day'Ron Sharp might be on the roster.
Hold
But
on, Breezy.
I don't know, Breezy. If
We're
he's not
getting
getting
Darren
adequate playing
Peterson. We're
time, it's
getting
hard to
Darren
see that one.
that's
Peterson.
tough though.
Are you
So
giving
listen,
up on Cam Thomas?
Breeze.
but
So
before
let
I
me ask
answer,
you a little something, right?
your question, bro, hold on. Before I answer your question, I just want to let you and everybody else here know if Cam Thomas ain't on this roster beginning of next season, I won't shed a goddamn tear. The reason being, bro, but it's not because I got something against him, but I got something against your love for him, and I've always had that. And
Bro,
you
you
put
can't
your love
Oh,
name
for him,
that's
better.
wrong.
you put
You
your
Oh,
love for
name
that's
which
Cam
one
Thomas
plays?
over this
Bro,
no,
team,
no,
bro,
no,
nobody
time
no,
and
no,
time
even
again.
playing
no, no,
here
no, no,
in
no,
I
no.
don't know. We're
years.
bringing love into the
Wait,
subject. It is
Breezy.
basketball at the
Let
end
me
of the
ask you a
day,
question,
All
right?
guys.
right, no. Come on.
We've
Since y'all
been
Bring
like
love
on a
to
tear
Ollie.
lately.
no, come on. Hold on. So hold on. So I say easy because easily see I stand on my square, right? Now I'm asking y'all, right? Since y'all want to ask me that, what's your favorite draft pick for the Nets? Who's the player that y'all love the most that been here to talk about numbers, talk about longevity, talk about just the impact on a team that was drafted here? The reason why I'll be showing love to Cam Thomas like that is because I always said that we're gonna win this championship through the draft. And I just think that he's one of the players. Now
Since
that being
when?
on,
Because
I don't
I'll
think there's
take
nothing
Ian
wrong.
Martin.
There's nothing wrong with
You
that.
ain't
I'll
gonna
take
even do
Ian
that.
Martin.
You don't even gotta do that,
hold on.
Breeze.
Hold on. So
You
we'll
ain't
go with
gotta do
Ice.
that.
Hold on, no. I want to ask. I'm just asking. Who's your favorite player, Ice? Who's the favorite player that got drafted by the Brooklyn Nets?
His favorite player got traded.
Yo,
Oh
My
man.
favorite player
yo,
got traded. That was Kenyon Martin. That's
yo,
it.
Okay, I respect that. Kenyon
yeah.
Martin, that's real shit. That's real shit. Kenyon Martin is nice.
Actually, you
Word.
know who I
You talking all time or this
No,
nah,
roster?
I used to, yo,
I
I
But I'm
used to
was
like
saying
thinking,
Kerry
really, I
Kittle.
would like to stay up to date.
Keith
all
Van
time.
Horn, bro. I
All
used to
time.
like Van Horn. You know what
Okay,
I
all
mean?
time. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying
No, the
all time.
only reason I'm a Nets fan is Kenyon Martin.
So
I'll
right
just
now you
stop
don't
stack
like
the Browns.
No, but
nobody?
what I'm saying is, Breezy, you talking about all time or just the
I'm
players on this
saying,
roster now?
right. Listen, what I'm
Right
saying
now.
is, I'm saying in real time, I get to watch
Right
Cam
now.
Thomas
Right
play. I'm
now.
not saying he the best player that the Nets ever drafted. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in real time, right now, my net fan life, I can see Cam Thomas play, and he's my favorite player because of it. Now you could go on the statistics and say this player was better than him, but did you actually get to watch them play, see them play? You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I'm asking y'all, who's your favorite Nets player that got drafted? Like, who? Since y'all so mad at me for being a Cam Thomas fan, okay,
Nah, ain't
so
nobody
what?
mad at you, bro. Ain't nobody mad.
You
Ain't
know what I'm
nobody
saying?
mad.
But
Nobody's
I
mad.
am.
I
so,
just
but
think
I am.
I just think we
Ice,
all on the fact
I
that
am.
listen,
we need the better players better than
I'm
Cam
mad.
Thomas on this team
listen,
to
even
win.
So,
listen,
We
even
need an
if
actual
but
core. It's a lot more
hold on.
simple than that.
Even if y'all not mad, I still want to know, like, what's your favorite player? Like,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want to know, like,
So
what's your favorite?
who is
I ain't
who
gonna
is
My
that
lie,
then?
favorite
nobody that
player?
we drafted
I
has ever
stop.
been my favorite player.
Nobody act. No,
Keith
see
Van,
what I'm saying? Like,
Keith Van Horn. What? How
Keith
I
Van
stop?
Horn. Okay, he
Yeah,
I
said
was
So
on the
that was
fan
your
back
last
then.
best player?
Keith Van
I
Horn,
was on
Kenyon
the fan back.
Martin.
that's my guy. Hey, that's
I'm
my guy. I
saying,
don't
was
like
that your
everybody. I don't
last?
like.
What's crazy,
Well,
bro? We didn't even draft Keith Van Horn, bro. We traded for
right.
him
Didn't.
in the draft.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's right.
All right,
No,
my bad.
no.
Derek Coleman. Derek Coleman.
Derek
Derek
Keep
Coleman.
it,
Cohen.
But
keep it
damn, that's a
pushing.
long time ago.
Yeah, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's a long
Can you
time
say
ago.
you saying
we
if you see
traded for him, but VC is
stop
my
it,
favorite.
Ice? You
That's a
draft.
long time
Hold
ago,
on, don't
man.
tell me you don't care about the draft, Ice. You be doing all of these draft things on the internet, on the
Yeah,
social media,
yo,
and all of that. You gotta love the
yo.
draft, and y'all.
Cut, you know why, Breeze? It's the same point that Leaf making on trying to build a team. Like if you just looking at the top 3 or top 5, you know what I'm saying? I send y'all dudes all day. You know what I'm
So you
saying? But the point that they making is right when you look at Cam Thomas, you don't see him. You don't see him as an Ant Edwards. You don't see him as a KD. You don't see him as one of those guys. That's the point they making. You know what I mean? You can like who are you like? I like Tyrese Martin. You know what I mean? I like Tucson Iwoma. You can like
so
who you like, but
I
at
think
the end of the
would you
Ice
day,
made
keep?
the
So
Ice made
would
the
you keep
point.
him?
Ice made the point.
Would
right?
you keep him?
If you like who you like, but at the end
Yeah.
of the day, like I know Tyrese Martin ain't gonna probably stay on the team for more than 2 years. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? If somebody,
See? Oh, see?
if you had to give Tyrese Martin up to get somebody that's better, would I give him up? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. Ben Simmons my guy, but it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like if he's not going to be a part of that team and you see someone like a Trey Johnson or a VJ Edgecombe and you like, you know what I mean? He probably fit this team better or he probably do better on
let
the team.
let me ask Breeze a question, right? Because I want to pertain it to this game because I'm sure he just watched it.
All right.
Do you think in your heart of hearts, mind you, he's only 20 years old. So this is what I'm talking. And when I ask this, I'm speaking to the trajectory. I'm speaking to the trajectory, and I'm speaking to players that you look at and you like, oh, okay, I think that's a guy that might be a superstar and an all-star. Do you think in your heart of hearts, realistically, that Cam Thomas right now is better than Stephon Castle?
I never really
to be
seen
honest
him
with
play.
you, it's such a small sample size of me seeing Stephon
Yeah.
Castle play. But every time I see him play, he hoops.
Nah, Breeze, you gotta say yes.
Hold on, why
At
that's
this
not
point, you gotta say yes.
Wait.
Yo, y'all just like me to. Y'all just, yo, I swear, y'all want me to just. Y'all just want me to give it up to other players so bad. Like, oh,
nah, Breeze, you gotta
I
say
agree.
yes.
If you say yes, I'm not mad at it. If you say yes, I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying, look at the difference. Cam is only 23. Can you imagine where if we had a Castle on our team and San Antonio was like, yo, we give you Castle right now for Cam Thomas? You not doing that?
No,
I don't know.
hell no.
No.
Straight up, hell no. I'm not doing
hell no. No.
Wait, what? Wait, you don't want Stephon Castle, Adar?
Nah, for Cam Thomas? No. Hell no.
Why?
No. Because Cam Thomas is a 25-point scorer. What are you talking about?
Why are you crapping on Breezy's thing about Thomas? You said everything that everybody else saying is so valid.
If I gotta give up for Darren Peterson or Devin Booker or somebody let's say, I'll even take chance on Zion. I'll give it up Cam Thomas, but I'm not giving up for Stephon Castle.
You'll give up Cam Thomas for do that. Wait, you'll give Cam Thomas for an injury-prone guy that's overweight as opposed to a young
Castle has had 30-point games this year, by the way.
Listen, I'll take what's his name? In OKC. I'll take Cason Wallace.
I said Castle has had 30-point games this year, by the way.
How many? For who?
He has I said he's had 30-point games. Like he's had games where he dropped 30. Yeah, more
Cason Wallace? Cason Wallace?
No.
Cason Wallace over Castle? Yeah, you on your own with that.
I wouldn't take Castle, but
I'm doing that.
It's a couple of players on OKC that I'll take, but not over Castle.
Y'all messing up the whole thing. In order to get rid of Cam, you gotta be like an all-star player, right? Or you gotta be like a potential really close that you think will be like what LM is saying. So right to give up Cam, you gotta be like a star or a superstar. That's what y'all was saying, like to move to get better talent. Because Cam ain't a superstar or nothing like that right now, right? So you gotta be like a superstar. You know what I mean?
Can I be real with you guys? I want to ask you a real question.
Sure.
Now, the same question you asked me, I'm gonna ask you, but I'm gonna ask you a player. What piece is that? The question you asked me,
what piece?
What piece?
Yeah.
You say we gotta give up Cam Thomas to get a championship.
I think all right. Just I'm gonna use Tyrese Maxey. I think fans would give up Cam for Tyrese Maxey.
And that would be what the difference of us winning the championship.
I'm just saying. I think
can't say that.
Fans think Tyrese Maxey is better than Cam Thomas, and I think fans would give up Cam for Tyrese Maxey.
Who think that?
I'll give up Cam for Paulo if he was available.
That might be the only person I would give him up for.
I'll give up Cam for Paulo if he was available.
You talking about somebody who's showing stardom right now. I mean, basically, on a consistent
this nigga averaging 27 and 7, bro. Like,
yeah, he's showing
stardom. I hate to admit it, but I agree with
not one game 12 and the next game 20. That's not-
I totally agree with Dylan, but Dylan is correct.
He's got
if
potential.
Detroit
He's a good
Detroit
player.
owner was slow,
I put it to you this way, bro. If Tyrese Maxey and Stephon Castle was in my backcourt, bro, I like my chances of how I could build the rest of the team.
You said
I
what?
agree.
But
But
if
Maxey
Tyrese
and
Maxey and Stephon Castle was in my backcourt, I like my chances, bro.
Yeah, but we can always
so
look
yeah,
at
so-
it.
That is hilarious.
We
Are
can
you
always
serious?
Is it?
Hold on. So,
Is
okay.
it?
Yes,
Is it really?
It is. It
How?
is.
How is it? How is it?
So,
Explain to me.
on. Listen,
Because
when I'm
Maxi
saying,
can
hold on,
lead you to
y'all listen.
200 record, and
Y'all
it's
listen.
documented, and they go and keep going down.
Y'all
What are
missing
you
a whole
talking
bugging
about?
now.
Without
Y'all missing-
Embiid, he ain't doing nothing.
he talking about a
Look at
building
these
piece,
records.
AR.
I'm talking
Hold
about
on.
building
Yeah,
He
with.
talking about a building piece.
Listen, hold on. What I'm trying to say is,
But
it's
Kim
not
Thomas, as of right now, is better building piece because he's leading me to a more better record than Tyrese Maxey, and
Better
he's doing it
record?
with the less
Huh?
talent.
Wait, what?
Better
Hold on,
record,
Tim,
bro.
I'm
Hold
trying
up.
But look at the
What?
record.
Hey, have you seen our record?
That's not
No,
because of
but
Cam
look at the
Thomas.
record.
Cam
You
Thomas
messing up
been
my
out for the
example,
last
AR.
20.
He been out
He
for
been
the
out for the
past
last
few
25
months.
games.
You messing up my joint though.
Hold on. I ain't want to do it.
Oh shit.
Yo, hold on. I'm gonna bring you guys right back. I ain't want to do it. I just wanted to say, listen. All I'm trying to say is, when it comes down to Cam Thomas, all y'all gotta do is look at it for what it is. When it comes down to this specific team, the Brooklyn Nets, he's the best scorer on this team. Why y'all want to start with the 2 guard for the rebuild? Why
No,
not?
no.
Y'all don't think we
I
should
mean,
start with
Breezy,
the
we don't even
wing?
know what our core is right now, Breezy.
Hold on. Okay, so what I'm looking at is center, power forward, small forward, 2 guard, point guard. The first player, we should not focus on the 2 guard. I'm saying we good. I'm not trying to touch that. Not doing nothing with that.
I'm cool with that.
Real quick.
We'll focus on a point guard, like needs, what we need and what we need more of. I think we need a point guard more than we need a 2 guard. I think
Real
we need
quick,
a
Breezy.
You know why that's cap, Breezy?
we
You
need
don't know why that's cap?
Breeze, that's cap, bro. We not a need away.
You know, you want to know why that's cap? Because due to Leaf, right, saying that we out of the top 3, right? If Sean Mark's first pick, let's say we land 4 or 5, you better pray that he don't choose Trey Johnson. Because if he do, Cam Thomas' future on this team is getting highly evaluated. That is one player you do not want him to pick.
I agree
Because
with
he is
that.
going to look at Cam Thomas and be like, I got a taller version of him on this team who's 6'6" and is way athletic.
If we're picking
Yeah,
BJ
out
or
of
Trey
here.
Johnson, he's
So
out
you
of
wanna
here.
put
For
him at the-
Zion or something like that, definitely.
Okay, so all right. So what I'm saying is this: Cam Thomas can't run point, and Trey Johnson run
With
point.
Trey Johnson in the backcourt.
No.
Thomas is not a natural
told you
point
that
guard.
already.
Wait, Breezy, you see Thomas's point guard. He gets gassed out way too easily. Whereas as a 2 guard, he's been better defensively. Why move him back
I don't think he got the
to a
point guard
position where his other
IQ.
skills aren't as
Easy.
strong?
I mean, Breezy.
That would make
No,
sense.
I'm saying.
I'll say you could probably do it as an experiment since people want to tank next year anyway. But
Hell yeah.
It would be the same thing that LM just said if we draft BJ. If you landed on 4, and you know what I mean, you get BJ, who is definitely a 2 guard, like he is definitely 6'4",
exactly
explosive, and you got somebody coming in trying to take your position. Now, I done heard a funny story. Gilbert Arenas, right, said that their team was hurt, they was tanking, and he getting all the players not to play good, saying we're going to come back healthy next year. And when it came draft time, and he thought he was going to get Tim Duncan, and they ended up drafting John Wall. He's like, no, draft anybody but that MF, right? Because he's going to take his position. And he knew his time was up after they drafted John Wall. So you don't want them to draft BJ or Trey Johnson. That's the whole thing with that, because one of them, I mean, Trey can slide to the 3 maybe, but his natural position is more likely the 2. So, you know what I mean? If you got 2 of them doing the same similar things, somebody got to go.
So
you really don't want them to draft. You really don't want them to draft Dylan either.
Right. So again, in my thinking,
No, not really. Dylan compliments what's his name.
Dylan compliments Cam Thomas.
Hold on.
So you wouldn't, which is why I've been aiming for us to get the top 3.
Hold on, let me say
because they all compliment Cam Thomas.
Hold on, if it's VJ or Trey Johnson, if that's the next pick, I'm picking Queen. Cause I got.
Oh, yeah, I don't
Nigga,
know
so
about
funny.
that.
Why y'all
That is
laughing?
Yeah,
so
all
funny,
right.
Wait,
bro.
who is that? Who is that?
He said
He
Queen
said Queen.
Hold on. Y'all heard that,
at
right?
four or
I
five,
heard
bro.
it. Breezy,
You heard that,
breezy.
right?
I would want to get a center too, just because Claxton got destroyed by Bismack. But we got to be realistic too. You got to go with the best player, not
So
with who's
hold on,
best
you
for Cam
saying y'all say
Thomas.
hold on, yeah, why y'all making
I
it
ain't gonna
seem
lie.
like
I think
hold on,
Queen
hold on,
better
hold
than
on,
all of these niggas.
time out. Y'all making it seem
I
like
ain't picking him at
Better than
4.
VJ.
Johnson
Are you
is leaps and
serious?
bounds better than Queen. That's what y'all sound like, and I don't like that because I don't believe that. I don't
The
think
high, the
You
highest
Queen
I
tell
is
me
pick
good.
you're
Queen at is
you watching
5.
the basketball games in the college right now.
Okay,
Like,
all
do
right.
you
Yo,
see VJ?
Trey Johnson
Y'all
has been
acting like
putting
what
up
y'all
Just
saying
Trey
is
watch
law of
Breezy.
Xavier
gravitation. Trey
tonight.
Johnson might get
Xavier
50
Breezy.
was
and get
Trey
30
trash.
before them.
Trey Johnson has been putting up 30 for the past few games. Trey Johnson has been putting up 30 or 50% field goal efficiency. Mind
Right.
you, he's
He was
putting up
balling.
he's putting up 5 assists and he's getting rebounds.
Hell
And
yeah.
you
What what
telling
Trey
me the
Johnson
dude
was
that's
what Queen been
averaging
killing.
doing
I'm
though?
a
23,
fact check.
close to
What
22,
Queen been
they
I'm a
doing
fact
though?
taking
check.
they taking him.
I'm a
He's
fact
going lower than Queen.
What hold up. What Queen been doing, bro? Hold up.
I'm a
Trey
fact
Johnson
check.
played for the University of Texas, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
buying
So
yeah.
that.
Nah,
what?
hey,
Bro, that's come on. That's not no
there's,
damn
there's,
basketball
Ice
program.
needs to
That's
hey,
why
step in.
KD
Ice,
went
you
there.
need
hey,
a
Leaf.
lesson in Trey
Stop it,
Johnson.
Leaf.
Hey,
Stop
Let
it.
Ice
Leaf.
go. Ice go.
It's about to be a difference, right? The difference. I'm gonna tell you what the difference is, right? The difference of looking at Queen being 6'10", maybe, right, and Trey Johnson being 6'6" at the 2. Now, Queen playing the 5 spot. Most likely he's gonna have to play some of the 5, but more of the 4 than he is gonna play the 5. That makes a difference on where you draft him because you got to take a chance on him on working out, and if he doesn't because of his size, then you're in trouble.
Hold
But
on. Ice.
you
Ice.
know for sure Trey at 2
Yeah.
is money. You
Thank
know what
you,
I
And
mean?
Ice.
you don't
That's
Ice.
even
money.
know
Hold
what
on.
Queen you don't
Thank you,
even know
Ice.
what Queen real position is. At least with Trey Johnson, you know you got a 2 guard at
People
least,
talk
bro.
about Queen
What?
since
Hold on.
Okay,
eighth
Time out.
right
but
now.
but
Time out.
but
Time
with
out.
Trey
Hold on. Don't
Johnson,
make me
you know
do
you
it.
got a 2 guard
Don't
that don't
make me
play
do
no
it.
fucking defense.
But
Don't make me
And
do
that's
it.
a lie.
Come on, y'all.
flame.
Hold on,
He's
He's
a
y'all.
not the
Hold on.
best
flamethrower.
defender,
Please,
but he definitely
please don't
plays
make me
some
do it.
defense,
If
bro.
the
I don't
nigga
want to
is
do it.
food, bro, like come
Oh
on, bro, like how
man,
many?
please
What
don't let me
for?
do it.
Are you
Please,
serious? He's
can y'all
full?
just let me?
Hold on,
Can
hold
y'all
on,
just
hold
let
on,
me
hold
say
on,
this?
y'all.
No, no,
Hold
Can
on,
no,
y'all
no,
hold
no.
on,
please let me
breezy.
say
Trey
this?
Johnson ain't no fool.
Please don't make me.
Let's not
Don't
make
turn
that
me
Hold on,
into
hold
statement.
on,
this guy.
y'all.
I
Hold
don't
on,
want to
y'all.
be
Hold on,
this
y'all.
guy.
Hold on,
I
y'all.
really don't want to be this guy. Please, please. Thank you, East. Thank you. Listen, for one, shout out to Tony Time in the chat. I see you. Shout out to the whole chat. He said, I rock with Castle heavy because he from my favorite college team, UConn. But remember, Castle is getting minutes as a rookie. Minutes in a rotation that Cam Thomas didn't start getting until last year. Shout out to him. Again, the chat is following the conversation. Y'all gotta let me read the chat. But I stop all that to say I don't like the rhetoric LM and what he was saying about Queen. He's a man among boys. 23 and 6, 10 and 10, 13 and 17, 18 and 13, 24 and 11. Oh, I don't know his position. I want to hear that shit. This the
Nah,
numbers he putting up. And
This is
I
right.
cold,
said,
Breezy.
because we got Cam Thomas, I'm getting Queen over VJ and Trey
Let
Johnson.
him
Yeah, because you
contemplate
scared of his
versus
position
grown
getting
ass men
taken.
who
Hold on.
can't
Let me
do
say
the
why. No,
same
hold on. Let
shit.
me say why. Hold on. Let me
Of
say
course
why.
you
Keep
would
him
say
against
that.
his head.
Hold
Keep
on.
him
Let me say
against
why.
his shit.
Take it
Punch every
easy.
time.
Chill. I ain't want to do it. Please don't try to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Please don't try to. Y'all know
Special.
who I am. Y'all know how I'm just trying to be a good guy. Listen, now all I'm trying to say is Queen is bro, this is his numbers. Y'all already see what it is. And to the
Yeah, yeah.
LM, hold on, and to LM, you said, oh, Trey Johnson had 30 points. You just said earlier in the stream that everything ain't about scoring. That's why I went to Queen to show you that y'all know we needed rebounder. Bro, this is what he do. And y'all talking about y'all don't know his position. He at least a power forward.
No, he's
Um,
not.
That's the problem, Breeze, right
Nah,
No,
there.
bro, he gonna
that's the
play the
problem.
center in the
He
league,
can't
bro.
so
shoot at all.
how tall
At
is he?
all.
He's 6'6",
6'10".
damn, probably
Six,
6'9".
he's
Once
6'9".
his
Maybe
official
6'8".
stats come out.
Bro,
I think
they
he's
say
around
6'10".
6'11". I think he's around 6'10", 6'11".
They
I
say
don't know.
6'10".
And Breezy
Six ten,
Nah.
you try
6'10",
to do that
6'10".
run with that only scoring thing. That wasn't my point. Point of the fact of the matter is if you going after a Trey Johnson, if you watch him at this point in time, better than Cam Thomas than he was at LSU. at reading off the pick and roll, getting the shots off, finding guys at the in the corner, finding guys for the dump off. His playmaking, I can see him getting 5 assists a game. His area is not
That's
that
true.
bad. It's
Yeah,
just he is way more advanced in making reads than Cam Thomas was at LSU. That is a fact. It was when he gets here under Horty, he's not going to have a problem with playmaking. He has two elite skill sets that I think he can improve on, which is why I said if you get him, if you trade Cam, I think you'll have a better version because Horty will be able to. He's 6'6",
he
and
gotta
Horty will
improve
have
his
a better
dribbling.
version,
Right.
and he's athletic.
So why
He's
you
not somebody you can target on the
No,
offense.
he's
He's
not
so
six
why
athletic.
six.
not get so hold
He's
on
not
so
athletic.
what so
No.
why all the pushback about getting Queen over VJ and Trey Johnson? Like
Because
I'm not. There's no
I'm
pushback. It's just I'm not getting them at 4.
not right.
Yeah, I think Edgecombe has more athletic ability than defensive skills than Queen would, if we're being honest. But I would say this, Breezy, I would actually be torn a bit with the 5th pick. You could go with Trey Johnson, but you have to make a decision between him and Thomas. Whereas you go with Queen and Thomas could be an interesting offensive dynamic. You look at some of the best combos in the league; they have a good big center. We don't have that offensive center, so I might be inclined to choose Queen with the 5th pick over Trey, just because I don't know about the fit with him and Thomas. That's where I would be if
And
I'm
that's what you. And
trying to decide.
sometimes you can
I
go
would go
wrong
with
with that,
Austin
but I
Noel personally
understand it
as a
too.
big.
But
Wait,
you
Austin
can't.
Noel? No, Elam. No.
You can't like with them. Like the way those top 5 is ranked, I don't think you can really move them. You know, Queen is an interesting player, right? Because I'm saying that because, like I said, me and Elam said the same thing. Like his position in the NBA is different from college, and in college he has a center, and sometimes he plays center, sometimes he play power forward. So in the NBA, you know what I'm saying, him being 6'10", and you know what I'm saying? You look at Dayron, who's 6'9", he's not as big as Dayron. So, you know what I mean? And then you complain about Claxton, and he's heavier than Claxton, but he's short at the same time. So you have to think, and he's not that quick. He can guard a little bit of the perimeter or whatever, but he's an offensive hub. So you got to figure out how to use him, where to use him, and when to use him. You know what I'm saying? That's the question with him. With Trey, there isn't any question except can his defense get better? You know what I mean? Offensively, he's gonna do what he do. So there's questions with Queen. That's the problem. You could take him, but you gotta figure him. You gotta figure out when, where, and how to use them. You know what I mean? With
And on
Trey,
top of that, he might not even be a starter because depending on whoever we get, he might be coming off the bench. There's no way Horty is
I
gonna bench
only see
Claxton
Nas
for
Reed being there
Queen.
for them, bro. If we ain't getting Nas Reed, you should start. And again, my thing is, why wasn't our first pick? Why I don't agree with them not starting. I'm not doing as a fan. I don't want to see all this happen, and then we get somebody that come off the
This
bench.
is why I said go after Trey Johnson would be a starter. Arguably, probably immediately.
But why Trey Johnson over Derek Queen?
Because
because
I think that. Oh, go ahead, Ice.
yeah, he is like I said, with the way they got those draft picks lined
Scoring.
up.
That's the way
But
to
Right?
go.
no. Hold on. Let me be
Oh,
specific. Why? Let me be specific, guys.
all
Why
right.
Trey Johnson over Derek Queen when you got Cam Thomas?
If you let me put it this way, if you got, let's do that draft over. Are you taking? Let's do Cam Thomas draft over. Breezy,
Okay.
you will pick Cam Thomas over Davon Sharp in the draft order, right?
I mean, he was
You're
already
not
in.
choosing Davon Sharp, right? But you're not choosing Davon Sharp as your first pick, is what I'm saying.
Right.
If Cam Thomas is on the board, you're taking him. So that's my point. In this day and age, especially in the league, they value scorers. I'm now if you get a scorer that can has more of an all around game like a Kay Cunningham, then you won. All right, you got a guy that can give you 30 and he can play make. Oh, you lit. But realistically, let's keep it a buck. A lot of the game is about offense. A lot of these GMs is not
Yeah,
on the fact
rules.
of
Rules
That's what I'm
about that.
saying.
a guy can't stretch. A guy can't. Oh, he only play in the post. What good is he? Now, depending on the system, Queen may work, but in this day and age of centers that look at Wemby, look at Embiid, even though he's injured, but when healthy, look at Jokic. Even Jokic can give you like a 3 pointer or two. But the fact of the matter is, in this game of spacing where every center is damn near shooting from the three, it's going to be a lot on Queen if he is playing center to guard these guys. Like, imagine him trying to guard a Wemby, like a 7'4" dude that can do step back threes and shoot from the mid range. And then imagine him on a healthy Embiid who can shoot the three and move like a guard. And then
A
imagine
healthy
him on a
Embiid ain't
Jokic.
gonna. A
Right,
healthy
but
Embiid ain't
LA,
gonna.
we
I'm just
do
saying.
need
A
I'm
to.
just
healthy
saying. I'm
Embiid
just.
ain't gonna
I
be
know. I
around
know.
during
I
this
know. Leaf.
time.
I'm just saying for him, it's going to be hard for him. I'm not saying he's not going to be a good defender. I think he will be, but I think nowadays in this age, most GMs or most whoever is picking is going to go with the 6'6" guy who can score, got the defense. Yo, if he can work on that, cool. He can play make, he can rebound. Yo, let's go
So
with
you
the
telling me
upside
they
over
know? So
that
you
over a
telling me
Queen.
Derek Queen ain't as valued, bro, as Trey Johnson in this draft, just based off the draft board, bro. That's what you telling me.
No,
But
no,
Yes,
no,
when
no,
we
no.
Just
but when we
yes,
get but when we
yes,
yes.
get
A lot of
but when
they
we
are
get to
picking
the
Trey
yes.
but when
Johnson
we
over
get to the
Queen.
draft,
Yes.
but when we get to the draft and when
Yo,
it's all
LM,
said and
please
done,
explain him. Please explain him why
I've
Trey Johnson is
bro.
way better than
He
Derek Quinn.
he is valid. Look,
Trey Johnson. If you're talking about Queen to me, if Queen, I'll say this: if Queen played like Paulo Banchero, he'll be a lot higher in this draft.
Exactly. He will be top
If he
three
played
pick.
like Paulo, there would be no discussion about him going over
I ain't
Trey
gonna
all right,
lie, I
Johnson.
think he do play like
no,
Paolo.
no.
Nah, he is not
Hell
true.
no.
No, he
What?
don't.
Are
No,
you
I'm gonna
Yes,
serious?
he
explain it
do.
better. Let
What?
me
Who,
explain it
bro?
better.
Hell no.
Let me
When he
explain it
get
better.
around
Hell
the
no.
basket, when he gets around the basket, bro, he's shooting a high percentage,
All
They
right,
bro. What
ain't
are you
look,
gonna
Oh
get
my
talking
sen-
about?
God,
they're
okay.
gonna get Shane
What are you
Green
talking
I'll
without
about?
a
let Ice
Paulo
Paulo.
explain. I'll let
Banchero,
Without
Ice
a
bro, is
explain.
Paulo, give
shooting
me
mid
Shane
ranges,
Green.
bro, like in the NBA.
all
What we
right, look.
talking about?
You keep
Exactly.
this.
And can
Keep this
it
though.
after what's it? Derek Quinn can shoot for shit.
All
He's
right,
like 10% out of that. Are
all
you
right.
Derek
So
Queen,
serious?
What?
15 feet in.
Wait,
Derek
Queen
Queen
can
is
score.
like that,
Queen
bro.
can
I
Yeah,
don't,
score.
I don't
Okay,
rate him.
hold on. Let Ice
that's
so
what
explain. Let Ice
above. That's what
explain. Let
look,
Ice
above.
you
explain.
gotta look at it like this, right? As Alan was pointing out. If you go by centers in the league, right? How many centers is 6'10"? One, right? So there's probably like two, which is Bam and dude from Houston, Singun, right? I
Sengun.
think
Isaiah
And I think
Hartenstein.
Sengun is taller. He's 6'11".
Yeah,
is he?
Zubac.
Yeah, he's
All right,
6'11".
all right. So
Okay, he's 6'10.
you don't got that many centers, and he is another slow-footed and short guy, right? He has the weight. He doesn't have like he ain't muscular. He ain't strong. And questions, right? I'm not saying offensively he won't be able to do anything. He has great footwork, right? But the questions, when you have questions about players, that's why he's not as high as he is, right? Like I said, you got to think in the NBA. Now the NBA is getting taller. They got about 5, 7 foot, 1, 2, 3, 4s in the draft right now. You're looking at Derek Queen because of skill. But right, and you match him up against like Alan saying, you get a Ryan Kalkbrenner, right, or you get a Maxim Reynard, right? He's gonna have problems with he's gonna have serious problems with even when you put him against somebody like Danny Wolf, who is 7 foot, who is really a power forward. You know what I'm saying? He has a 7 foot center.
They're
So
gonna
He
you
has
they're
gotta
gonna play.
problems.
They're gonna
Exactly.
you gotta think,
Exactly.
right? You gotta think now. You got Clowney what is he 6'9", 6'10" as your power forward. Now you want to put another 6'10" as your center. The only 6'10" really that I would do that with is Thomas Sorber because he plays more like Bam Adebayo, right?
Right.
He plays more like dude from Houston. So and he's more skilled, he has better footwork. So like I said, so many questions with Queen, right? Can he guard perimeter? How could he? Can he shoot the three? He's starting to shoot the three now a little bit, but he don't take a lot of outside shots. So most of his buckets are going to try to come from in the
I'm
paint.
pretty sure the same thing was said about Nikola Jokic, bro. But
It's
yet he's
different.
sitting on.
Hell no.
How tall is
Oh my.
Joker?
What, nigga?
look.
How tall is
Look
Joker is
at
Joker?
them in
Oh
6'11".
this.
my God.
Joker
Yo,
is
My
six
are
question
eleven,
you
is
7
this:
feet,
serious?
bro.
And wait, how much?
he plays
I'm
for
pretty sure
Maryland.
Joe when
Taller than
Joker was
He
coming
Queen.
out
plays
of the draft,
he
I'm pretty
plays
sure
for
the same thing
Maryland. He
was
facing
said about him, bro.
No, no,
he
but you
played
making
for
my point though. You making
Maryland.
my point. Hold on,
He played for
real quick. You gonna make
Maryland.
my point, right? You gonna
Keep
make my
going,
point.
Ice.
And where was he drafted at?
He was drafted in the second round.
Exactly. So now,
46.
even though Queen is going to be in the first round, he has them same exact questions, but he's shorter and he's smaller. right?
We'll
And you don't
see.
know what to do with him
We don't
when
know.
he
We
gets
don't
here,
know. We don't
right?
know. We don't
Is the
know.
question. I'm saying that's the question. The question is, what do you do with him?
But one
And
thing is
let,
this: he played for Maryland, which is the ACC. He facing 7-footers. He's putting up these numbers on 7-footers.
Exactly.
You're not taking that in consideration when you're saying that.
I
His
am taking that
footwork
into
is
consideration.
outstanding.
Bars.
and he still won't. And he still won't go top four.
Outstanding.
He still won't go top four.
Yeah, but he will go in the top 10.
We gotta stop this.
Possibly, but nobody is put.
He
No
will.
team
I
is
understand
going
what
at
you're
3
saying, LM.
is taking
I
Derek
understand what
Queen
you're saying, LM.
or
I'm
4.
saying he is a top 10 player.
He's a top 10, but that don't mean you get him at 4.
She's not top 10.
I can't say
That don't mean you get him at 4 for me.
GM would do. I don't know.
But you know what's
No. We're not doing. Derek Quinn is not top 10 player. No.
You know
Why are we saying it like Derek Queen can't
Derek
move
Queen's not a top
nobody?
10 player, Adar?
You out of your mind.
He's in the
I don't know that
ACC.
one.
He's in the ACC.
Listen, y'all keep saying what's funny is y'all keep saying my love for Cam Thomas, but y'all got love for players that never played for this team.
Yeah, they do.
No.
Yeah, y'all love. No, hold on. Hold on.
It's
So
due.
again, what I'm saying is what I seen with my own net fan eyes is what Cam Thomas and how he contributes to winning to this team, and I seen what a good coach could do with it, Cam Thomas. Now I'm saying that to say y'all want to start from the 2025 draft to build this team. I'm saying this is one of the pieces that we could utilize to help us get a championship. You know what I'm saying? And y'all just glossing over it.
Breezy, you're not wrong in that. We're saying we don't want Cam to be the franchise player. You're fine in that. Cool. I want Cam to be a core piece too. Fine. But he ain't my franchise player.
I'm not mad at that.
He mad at that.
And I think Breezy knows for the most part we all stand on Thomas. Some of us like him, but some of us are waiting for that.
John, I said if Cam Thomas is our third or fourth option, I'm cool with that.
LM, I don't mind if Thomas is playing off the bench, dropping 20 points if we're close to winning a title. Like, if he fits, he fits. It doesn't.
If Cam Thomas got to be on the bench for us to win a title,
John,
I'm okay with that.
How much money are you giving Cam Thomas this offseason?
I would say around 25 to 27 mil, just to be fair, because he missed a lot of time. I think that's what his contract could be around for 3 to 4 years, 25,
27. Yeah. If that's the case, then yeah, for sure.
But my thing is this, right? And my thing is this, right? Because we talk about, and I want to bring up a prime example of why need over fit, need over talent really don't matter to me, right? Sacramento, when they drafted Marvin Bagley, right, had the opportunity. I think they had a talk with their GM. GM was like, I think it was Vlad. They was like, "Yo, Vlad, why ain't Luka was on the ball? Why ain't get Luka?" Because we had De'Aaron Fox.
No, it was because he had a person.
No, it was that, but it was also we had a point guard already.
Yeah,
we did not need another point guard.
This situation is like,
but
you got Steph Curry and Monte Ellis. What you gonna do? And you got Klay Thompson. What you gonna do? Who you getting rid of?
Say that again.
Like let's say the same situation we faced. I mean, the Golden State faced. Like, you got Steph Curry, you got Klay Thompson, and you got Monte Ellis. Somebody gotta go. What you doing? Like, Cam Thomas, we got, like, same situation. Golden State had Monte Ellis, but then they got Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
But what I'm saying is, guess what?
What you doing?
What I'm saying is, in that situation, the coach decided.
Coach?
Listen, Mark Jackson, and he made sure Klay Thompson was.
And Mark Jackson got canned out.
Listen, no, I mean Mark Jackson. No, again, but Mark. The point is that Mark Jackson decided, he was the head coach at the time. He decided to put Klay Thompson next to Steph Curry. He seen something there, and what I'm saying is, I think the reason why Cam Thomas is here is because of Jordy Fernandez. Jordy Fernandez likes Cam Thomas. He likes his game. And again, he got him from the draft. I think that part of what the Brooklyn Nets was supposed to do is show whoever we draft, that whole draft class, that know they might come to.
How many games Cam Thomas play?
Let me finish. he was to play and develop the roster that we got this season. He's shown that, and I think that's what he was supposed to do, including Cam Thomas. And you see that in the 6 assists tonight. So again, like I said, and I ain't trying to be long-winded, not just because I don't want to, just because I was finna to close the show. You know what I'm saying? Slay, I gotta be up early. But I said all that to say, to be continued. I took
Fun show tonight, guys.
whether I lost or not to Easy in a debate, I took the challenge. You know what I'm saying? And to be continued. You know what I'm saying? Shout to SL, shout to Easy, shout to Leaf, shout to Scott. Shit. Shout to LM, shout to everything Brooklyn Nets, John, shout to Eskimo. Nets fans is the best fans, man. I know what's up, man. I gotta be up early, man. It's the only reason why I'm leaving. But yeah, man, safety, man. I'm gonna be back with more content really soon. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Night, everyone.